All right, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another edition of Play by Play with Dr. Delay. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we've got a great one here today as the Milwaukee Brewers take on the San Diego Padres in the final conclusion of the series. A series where the Padres walked it off in Game 1, but in Game 2 they kind of just looked very good. The Brewers could not hit last night. So they're looking to get things going here in this one. Again, the Brewers 95 and 63, the Padres 87 and 71. Still very much alive for the NL West. I know, of course, they have clinched their playoff spot, but hey, only a game and a half back of the Dodgers. And of course, the Dodgers lost last night to the Diamondbacks. So we'll all probably be paying very much attention to that one. So, it's going to be very exciting this final week of the season. But yes, Padres a game and a half back of the Dodgers. Brewers, of course, they're well on their way to most likely a number 1 seed. They could get the number 2 if, they kind of do fall apart here. But for the most part, I do expect them to get the number 1 seed. Padres also, they are a game and a half back, of course, of the Cubs, or of the Dodgers, but they also are a game and a half back of the Cubbies. So this could be pretty huge. Again, if the Mets kind of do well, the Padres could also, if they can't get the NL West crown, they may be able to get the number 4 seed, which would be crucial because that means they'll get home field for every single wild card game. So that is something to keep an eye on for the Padres. So a lot to play for the Padres. Even if they don't win the NL West, hey, that number 4 spot is much better than the number 5 spot. So definitely something to keep an eye out for there. The Padres not favored today, though. The Brewers are 50.6%. According to the ESPN, they kind of do their simulation thing. But according to ESPN Bet, the Padres are favorites. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. Maybe it has something to do with the pitchers. I couldn't tell you. All right, starting lineups for the visiting Brewers. It's going to be Yelich. He's DHing. Chourio is in center. Turang is at second. Vaughn is at first. Frelick is in right. Durbin is at third. Bowers is in left. Monasterio is at shortstop. And Jansen is catching. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers is Chad Patrick. Patrick is 3-8 with a 3.66 ERA, a whip of a 1.28. So very solid. Maybe not in the win-loss, but again, he doesn't really have much control over that. But pretty solid when it comes to ERA and not allowing runs. Last 7 starts, about league average, 0-1 with a 4.15 ERA. Actually, his last 7 games, not starts. He started 5, but has come out of the pen twice. 4.15 ERA with a whip of a 1.15. Last actual start, though, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 2 earned, 5 hits, no walks. So not too shabby, and that was against the Cardinals. So that is your starting pitcher for the Brewers. For the home team, the San Diego Padres, Araya is going to be at first. Machado is at third. Merrill at center. Sheets is in left. Bogarts is at short. O'Hearn is DHing. Laureano is in right. Cronenworth is at second. And Fermin is catching. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres is Dylan Cease. Maybe not the best year of his career, an 8-12 record, but his ERA of 4.64. ERA, whip of a 1.32. The Brewers' magic number, by the way, is 2. That was helped out by the Marlins coming back and beating the Phillies last night. Last 7 starts for Dylan Cease, 3-2 with a 5.08 ERA. Last specific start was against the White Sox. Not looking good there. 6 innings, 4 earned, 4 hits, and 3 walks. Again, Cease not really a year you would expect from him. He's more. It looks like he's kind of inconsistent, but you'd expect it to be at least in the 3s. So a little bit of a rough year for him, but he should be fine. Should be fine. All right. Again, we're about a minute or 2 away from first pitch. Again, we might check out the 3D version. I know some of you guys like that, but for now we'll keep it with the statistics. And, of course, you can see who's at the plate as well. As we're about 20 seconds away from first pitch. And, again, I don't want to scare you guys. You might have been able to see it in the poll, which we do have a poll, by the way, so let me know who you think is going to win this one. Sorry if the stream goes out. It's storming, lightning, thunder everywhere. But, yeah, who wins the final game of the series? Padres at 60%. Oh, make it 50. Now it's at 60, and it's at 50%. So it's a 50-50 poll right now, Brewers and the Padres. Let's go Padres. Right on, John. How's it going? Thanks for the call. Yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully I can finish it out. Again, it's lightning and storming over here, but, yeah, hopefully it works as sees, kicks, and deals. That's going to be inside, and it's ball one. 1-0 count to Christian Yelich. Again, he's batting .266, OPS of 805, 29 homers on 102 RBIs. Sees rocks and fires. That's a grounder to short. Bogarts throws to first, and it's not there. It's a little bit off. As Yelich doesn't know that it went into, I don't know if it went into the dugout, actually. The catcher was kind of there to back it up. So look at that, it did. So Yelich is going to go to second. So a little bit of a wild throw. Arias just couldn't make the play over there. With the storm going on, what is the, yeah, exactly. What else? There's not much else to do at the moment. Well, my wife is home, so I could spend time with her, but, you know, we'll do that a little bit later after this one. Again, I got another game after this one. Pirates-Reds. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. 1-0 count to Jackson Chourio. It'd be good if I could switch the player, huh? Got me distracted. I'm just kidding. 1-0 counts. C sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing, and he went. 1-1. This is Chourio's batting .270, OPS of 769, 20 homers, and 77 RBIs. 1-1 count to Jackson Chourio. Cease will set. He looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 88 on the slider. Chourio this season against the Padres 1 for 21. That is kind of shocking, to be honest with you. Cease will set. Looks back at second. Nods his head and delivers. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-2. 2-2 count. Again, the Padres winning their first two games against the Brewers in the series. The Brewers looking to get back on track. Again, the Padres have a lot to play for. As C sets. Looks back again. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Chourio. That Cease's first strikeout of the day. And that'll bring up Bryce Turang. Turang is batting .284, OPS of 787, 18 homers, and 77 RBIs. But yes, the Padres, again, still in play for the NL West. And if they don't get that, they're still in play for the top wild card spot as he checked his swing. That's low for 1-0. Send in your links to local sports stations. Links. I guess I'm a little lost there. I'm talking about like oh, you're talking about this. Yeah, that'd be interesting to work. I don't know. I feel like I need a degree for that. 1-0 count. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-0. You actually work for NBC Sports Bay Area Cal. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, no, I watch a lot of the well, I covered a lot of the Giants, so I always pick the Giants coverage because it's so good. It's such a great coverage there. Though I like John Miller. I didn't get to see him. I guess he's, I don't know. Anyway, here's the 2-0. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. Yeah, there's not really many sports stuff in my area, so I can't, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. Like, there's nothing for miles where I live, which is crazy. I live in Texas, you would think, right? But no, nothing for about 3 hours. Oh, a pickoff attempt, and he is back safe and sound. Yelich just getting back. But thank you for the kind words. I do appreciate it. Do you think the Packers can win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love? Thanks for calling the game. Oh, you're very welcome. I think it's very doable. I actually picked the Packers to represent the NFC, and this was before the Micah Parsons trade, all that stuff. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be yanked to shallow right, and on the run is Loriano. He makes the catch, going to throw it in, and Yelich has to retreat back to second. But yeah, no, Packers were my NFC preseason pick. I picked the Bills and Packers to represent Chris. So I think it's doable. We'll see. Again, it was a rough game against the Browns, but I think they'll be fine. Browns have a really good defense. As Andrew Vaughn coming to the plate, batting .257, OPS of 724, 14 homers, 63 RBIs. C sets. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's going to be low for ball one. No degree needed, just talent. Okay, well, hey, I appreciate it. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to make this YouTube thing also a reality. But if I am offered something, I don't know. But yeah, again, there's really not much around here where I live. But I appreciate it, though. I really appreciate the kind words. 1-0 count. Cease looks back at second. Oh, pickoff attempt. And again, so close. But close only counts in horseshoes. George, how's it going? Yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. George pulling for the Brewers. 1-0 count. Cease looks back, kicks and deals. That's going to be hits, and that's going to go foul. And it's 1-1. Yes, I live in Texas. It's an area of the state where there's nothing. I don't want to get too specific because you never know who's on the internet nowadays. But yeah, trust me, there's nothing really where I live. 1-1 count. Cease looks back, kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 2-1. Yelich, though, not going to test it as catcher able to make a decent spot, or a stop, pardon me. Look at that. See, I'm dyslexic, apparently. Apparently I got that in the last few years. I was not, but I don't know. It is what it is. 2-1 count. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 2-2 count. 89 on the slider. Let me see. Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah, no, that's a good bit away from me. But I appreciate you. 2-2 count. Cease looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be yanked to short. Bogarts throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 3. Well, nothing doing there for the Brewers. We head to the bottom of the first. Your score is still 0-0. John pulling for the Padres. Again, a lot to play for the Padres. For the Brewers, of course, their magic number to clinch the best record in baseball is 2. So they only need 2 more wins, or again, a combination of wins for the Brewers and losses for the Phillies. So looking like that may indeed be happening. But folks, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to like and subscribe. If you haven't done so already, again, that like button, very helpful to small channels like mine. It's a growing channel, though. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs. Now we crossed the 1,000 mark just this past Saturday. It's been rapid growth. So again, I appreciate you guys letting me call this game for you. Hopefully I can do a good enough job. But yeah, hopefully you can like and subscribe. Again, I plan on covering as much playoff baseball as possible. So definitely subscribe. And again, both these teams will be there. So I'm very certain I will see you guys there. Or at least these teams. Hopefully I'll see you there if you're looking for a voice for the baseball, getting to baseball games. Because I know, again, people work, obviously. You might not be able to watch the game, but you can at least maybe put me on the side, or maybe, the wife wants you to do some clothes, wash some laundry, or fold your clothes, or wash your dishes. Again, I can't help you with those stuff, but I can at least keep you up to date with what's happening before you get back and watch the game. Leading off for the Padres, it's going to be Luis Arias. He's batting .288 to OPS of 711, 8 homers and 61 RBIs. Padres for the win. Nick, it's a little aggressive there. Nick. You're originally from Pennsylvania? Yes, eastern part of the state. I am a Pirates fans, sadly, as Patrick kicks and deals, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Arraez is taken all the way. It's kind of his signature move, just taking pitches for just kind of out of nowhere sometimes. 0-1 counts as Patrick begins the windup and the pitch. That's going to be hit up the middle, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So Arraez just knows how to hit, and there it is. There's one. So Arraez on first. That'll bring up Manny Machado. It's batting .274, OPS of .792, 26 homers and 93 RBIs on the season. But yes, from Pennsylvania, forcefully moved at the age of 8. I had no say in the matter. So, yeah, we all moved to Texas. But still a Pirates fan, sadly, and a Steelers fan, but that's actually kind of becoming sad now, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, a runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. You like the Cowboys? No, I don't like the Cowboys. Steelers fan. Steelers. Always will be Steelers. 0-1 count. Patrick delivers. That is way outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, no, I cannot stand the Cowboys. More so, to be honest with you, or at least in real life and in social media, like, you know, some of the fans are just, I think I don't like some of the fans more than I don't like the team. 1-1 count, Patrick delivers. That's going to be popped up. Durbin making a run for it, but that one's going to become a souvenir. But there are some very reasonable and realistic Cowboys fans, and those are some great fans as well. Not to talk much trash to the Cowboys, because they go through a lot, the Cowboy fans, you know. Some of them are self-aware, and some of them are suffering because of it. When Paul Skeens gives up a home run, he really? I did not know. That's a good stat there. I'll have to use that later, Christopher. Pickoff attempt, and he is back safe and sound. Again, the plan is to immediately go to the Pirates-Reds game right after this, and then tomorrow calling my last Pirates game of the season. That'll be kind of sad, but, you know, everything comes to an end, especially for the Pirates, specifically their season's early. They don't see October. Here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. One away for the Padres. That'll bring up Jackson Merrill. Batting .264, OPS of .770, 15 homers, 62 RBIs. I got you beat, Doc. I'm an A's fan and don't have a city right now. Oh, that is actually brutal, Mr. Green. Fair enough. Fair enough. Patrick delivers. That's a tapper, and that's going foul. But yeah, no, that is fair. The A's, that's rough. I don't know if you have a football team, Mr. Green, but I don't know. Again, the Steelers, a once proud franchise, now they are the definition of mediocrity. It just can't seem to be good or bad, and we're just living in the middle. 0-1 counts. Patrick delivers. That's going to be fouled off the catcher's mask. Jansen going to need a second, as the umpire will give him a second to compose himself. Again, it's an 0-2 count. Runner on first. I know it says there's a runner on second. Just very sorry about that. But he's on at first. 1 out. 0-2 count to Merrill. Again, a little bit of a delay here as, again, Jansen still kind of composing himself, or recomposing himself. And we're good. Patrick will step on the mound. Again, a runner on first. As Patrick looks over, and he'll come to a set. He's still set. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Patrick. So a 2 away for the Padres. Then I'll bring up Gavin Sheets. He's batting .254, OPS of .755, 19 homers, and 70 RBI. Struck him out with the breaking ball. He chased it. That was in the dirt. Raiders are your football team. Not, ooh, yeah, Oakland leave. Yeah, just Oakland guy. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down and inside for 1-0. So 1-0 count to Gavin Sheets. Patrick looks over at first, sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-0. Yeah, I don't know. The Raiders, I've never really seen them be elite. You know, I went to the Super Bowl, I believe, when I was 6 years old, so it's been a while. 2-0 count. Patrick is going to try to pick off Arias, but he's back safe and sound. And then since that game, pretty much, it's been downhill for the Raiders. 2-0. Patrick looks over at first. Rocks and fires. That is low, and it's 3-0 to Gavin Sheets. Sheets is 0 for 8 in the series, looking for his first hit. This would be a nice opportunity with the man on. Patrick sets, kicks and deals. That is low, and it's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Gavin Sheets. With 2 outs, 2 men on, that'll bring up Xander Bogaerts, batting .260, OPS of .712, 10 homers and 49 RBIs. Again, a lot to play for these teams. The Brewers, again, could clinch, in theory, that #1 spot today with the Brewers win and a Phillies loss. Padres, of course, still in line for the NL West. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. And again, if they don't get that, they still could, in theory, become the top wild card team. Because as of now, the Padres would have to go to Chicago, and that is a tough one there. 1-0 count. Patrick looks back at second, kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 2-0. Raiders are my football team. Oh, I already read that. My bad. Raider Nation. We got some Raiders here. You rooting for either team? Not really. Kind of a neutral party here. Chris, how's it going? I will say again, Chris is a Brewers fan. I'm a Pirates guy, and a lot of Brewers support on the channel. I will say that. I'm not gonna say I'm picking anyone here. Because I'm just a broadcaster, I want to be broadcaster. Won't really pick sides here, but I do appreciate the support I've gotten from the Brewers fans. Been very kind to me. I really do appreciate them. 2-0 count. Patrick will set. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 2-1 count. How do you feel about Gino? Gino is okay. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. He's all right. I mean, he's not going to win you anything if you're expecting that. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit. It's a shallow right, actually, towards the dugout, and that's going to be a foul ball. Vaughn trying to make a run for it. Could not make it happen. Xander, he was on the Red Sox. Xander Bogaerts. Yeah, actually scroll down for you here. Yeah, many years in Boston. Kind of a shocking trade, and, hasn't really been the same. He was really good in Boston, and then all of a sudden he goes to San Diego, and he struggled. Kind of like Rafael Devers, again, really good with Boston, but struggled with San Francisco. Kind of coming into form as of late. Here's the 2-2, and that's going to be hit to center. Chourio at the wall, leaping. Oh, he just robbed him. Oh, my goodness. Chourio robbing Bogaerts. Unbelievable. Chourio with a great play to keep this 0-0. We head to the top of the second. 0-0 is your score. Could have been 2-0 if it was just another foot. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Jackson Chourio. You got $400 on the Brewers. Oh, man. You're a Rays fans. It hurt. Oh, yeah, that's tough. You guys are always so good, Stir Show, but then it's like, I don't know. You're so close and yet so far. But I'm a Pirates fan, so, I don't know. It's tough because the Rays actually compete. But then again, it's like you compete and then you get your hopes up and then it's like, oh, well, no, dang it. So, me, it's like, oh, we're always bad. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel, so definitely subscribe. If you're a sports fan, baseball, football, doesn't matter. That's what I do on the channel. So if you like either of those, definitely subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Yeah, no, it was a great play. Definitely check out the highlight. That was nice. Thought it was weird you didn't do the. I got home late. That was actually what I was gonna do, but I didn't post any of the live streams yesterday because I'm like, I don't know when I'm getting home. I had a feeling going to work like it's gonna be a long day at work, and I was right. So yeah, I ended up doing Mets Cubs, which that was a great game, by the way. That was fantastic. But yeah, after this one, going to be doing Pirates Reds, and then tomorrow I'm off, and I'll be doing my final Pirates game of the season. Going to be sad for me. Depending on if the Dodgers and D-backs goes, kind of crazy, as in the Diamondbacks winning, I will do Diamondbacks Dodgers after it. But the Diamondbacks have to win tonight in order for me to do it, as Cease delivers, and that's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. This is Sal Frelick. He's batting .291, OPS of 767, 12 homers, 63 RBIs. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be high, and it's 2-0. Congrats on 1,000. Thank you very much. It's a great way to unwind after a long. Yeah. I don't know if it is a great way to unwind after a long day, to be honest. Oh, are you talking about this? For me, yesterday, no. Definitely was tired. But here's the 2-0, and that's going to be cut on and fouled back, and it's 2-1. I'm glad, though, again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out as always. Again, I really am thankful for the support I've gotten. Again, the Brewers fans, of course, have been very, very kind to me, so I really do appreciate it. 2-1 count, Cease kicks and deals. That's going to be cut on and once again fouled back. Emma, how's it going? Having the Brewers won, but as a Dodgers hater, let's go Padres. Yep, again, I'll be doing, I was going to say Steelers. Again, Pirates, Reds right after this one. 2-2 counts as Cease rocks and fires. Breaking ball, that is in the dirt, ball 3. Let's see. You're from Northern Cali and need a 4-player prize picks. Oh, you subbed and liked. Thank you. That's a good trade-off. I appreciate it. 3-2 count. Cease shaking his head. Shaking his head again. He's going to pitch anyway. Here's the 3-2. Grounder, and that's going foul. Hammer, how's it going? You're still thinking Jays and Padres. Ooh, that would be an interesting. I can tell you what. ESPN and MLB, or I guess ESPN doesn't cover it, but yeah, all the networks would hate that for sure. That's usually, though, when it's a good one. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. For me, looking for it, but that's going to become a souvenir. That's about you calling the game? Yeah, okay. I figured after I processed the information. Sometimes a little bit slower than I'd like to think of myself as, but I get there eventually. 3-2 count as Cease kicks and deals, and Frelick just takes strike 3 right down the middle. He struck him out. All right, 1 away for the Brewers. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin. It's batting .262, OPS of 733, 11 homers, and 53 RBIs. Your name is Felipe, and like a prospect shortstop, Jesus made. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry, Felipe. I'm a little lost here. As Cease kicks and deals, that's going to be outside ball 1. My name is Felipe, and like a prospect shortstop. Saying Jesus or Jesus made. Oh, you're Jesus made, I'm assuming. Brewers Farm says, and heard it here first. I'm assuming. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul tip off of Fermin's mask. That's the second time that a catcher's mask has been knocked off. Andre, how's it going? Miracle if the D-backs squeak out a win against Snell tonight. They got to Scott, a.k.a. Order 60. Won't be pitching it. Probably not. 1-1 count to Caleb Durbin. Again, there was a little bit of an issue there with the catcher's mask. Pull for Cleveland's playoffs with agent. Yeah, you can still call them Indians. I call them Indians every time. 1-1 count. Cease. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 1-2. 1-2 count. Again, they're showing the Padres standings. They're still in it. Very much so. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. He struck him out. May have just caught a piece of it. Look at this replay there. It says it was off. That'll bring up Jake Bauers. He's batting .233, OPS of 744, 7 homers, and 27 RBIs. As Cease delivers. That's going to be cut on and fouled back, and it's 0-1. .64 pulling for the Brewers. I do too, LO, but they had such... Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that's one of the best logos. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be yanked to right. And it's going to go off the wall. Laureano throwing it in. But the throw is offline, and Bauers with a 2-out double. The camera work fooled me a little bit. I thought it was gone. I'm glad I did not prematurely say that. So that's nice for the Brewers. A 2-out double. Runner in scoring position. That'll bring up Andrew Monasterio. Batting .288, OPS of 805, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. About the Cleveland, Indians and Guardians, whatever you want to call them, tied them up. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy stuff. Cease looks back, kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Monasterio. Cease sets. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Very quickly 0-2 to Andrew Monasterio. 2 outs, runner on second. Cease. Kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 1-2. Your F. Interesting. I don't, Felipe, I'm sorry. Unsure. Hopefully it's not going to continue something terrible, but I guess you never know. 1-2 count. Cease looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is in the dirt. Handled well by Fermin, and it's 2-2. Oh, your format. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Your format is great. Best I've watched so far. Thank you, Felipe. I appreciate it. Man. I try. Again, it's just trying to do my best impersonation of a broadcaster. So hopefully you guys like it. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be chopped foul. Once again, 2-2. Sup, Steelers fan? How's it going? Good to see you. We got some Brewers and Padres baseball here. Padres again have won the first 2 games of the series. C sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 96 on the fastball. Couldn't catch up. We head to the bottom of the second. Your score is 0-0. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you consider yourself a baseball fan. This is what I do, folks. I call games, baseball, football. This is what I do. So again, if you like baseball or football, definitely subscribe to the channel because I call games, folks. actually called the first game of the series yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I did Brewers and the Padres. Yesterday, I couldn't cover the whole game. The Mets-Cubs went pretty. It was a good game. So that took a little bit longer, so I wasn't able to, cover that. I think I started that one in the 4th inning. And, it might happen again to me today. I know I'm kind of running close with these back-to-backs, but what can you do? Again, I'm trying to build something here, and so far it's looking all right. Again, just 30 subs 6 months ago, and now we're at over 1,000. So, again, I appreciate you guys for subscribing and giving me a chance to call this game again. Hopefully, if you like it, you'll subscribe. It's free. If you don't have to worry about price or anything like that. So definitely subscribe. I think the new challenge rule next year is just to ease people into robo-umps. That's a good point. Yeah, I am one of the few people that are against that robo-umps. That's just me. I know a lot of people will be like, "What are you talking about?" But, again, I have my reasons. Everything doesn't have to be perfect is what I'm, I guess, trying to say without going into a long rant. But yeah, and that's a good point, Chris. But I like the challenges. Just 2 is good. 2 is good. All right. Ryan O'Hearn's coming to the plate, batting .276, OPS of .797, 17 homers, 62 RBIs on the season. Patrick rocks and fires. That is upstairs for ball 1. Thank you, Giants fan. Yes, like number 21. That's awesome. Folks, like it up. Definitely hit that like button. You're against it as well. There we go. But, yeah, I think we're one of the few as that's going to be low, and it's 2-0. 2-0 count to Ryan O'Hearn. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 0-0. 0-0 here in San Diego. Patrick kicks and deals. That is going to be grounded, and that's going to go foul. Skeens 10-10 with a 2.03 ERA. It's just amazing. Just showing the stats here on the bottom side of the screen here. 2-1 count to Ryan O'Hearn. Patrick delivers. That's going to be hit to center. That's going to drop for a base hit. So a leadoff single for O'Hearn and the Padres. That'll bring up Ramon Laureano. It's batting .282. OPS of .857. 24 homers and 76 RBIs. Or maybe we don't. Yeah, no, Laureano's at the plate. Okay, I was wondering what was happening. I need Jackson C. and Manny Machado both get a hit and my pick 4. Okay, well, hey, I'm pulling for you as that's going to be upstairs for ball 1. I definitely pull for your bets for sure. 1-0 count to Ramon Laureano. Runner on first, nobody out. Patrick looks over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in there, and it's 1-1. It is suspected to rain in Cincinnati. Oh, really? Oh. Interesting. 1-1 count. Patrick sets. Rocks and fires. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did, and it's 1-2. Peter, what in the world type of question is that? Before I answer, I'm just curious why. Why the question? Why? I have no problem answering it, by the way. I'm just curious on to why it was asked. 1-2 count. Patrick sets. Rocks and fires. That is way upstairs, and it's 2-2. Do I look like somebody that would be allergic to peanuts? Is that why? Are you doing a survey? And you thought a Brewers and Padres game would be the best area to ask it? Interesting. 2-2 count. Patrick comes to a set. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. That's going to be checked, and that's going to go foul. Thanks. I'll spread the word and tell them, fams. Thank you, Felipe. That's awesome, man. Appreciate you, man. You're a legend. You're a legend for subbing, and appreciate that. You're allergic to groundnuts. It's my calling card. Oh, okay. Fair enough. No, I am not. I am not allergic to peanuts. 2-2 count. Patrick sets. Kicks and deals. That is going to be low, and it's ball 3. I grew up on like peanut butter, and it's going to sound really weird, but marshmallow sandwiches. That was kind of the go-to as a child. Those were good. 3-2 count. Patrick sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and once again going foul. Laureano just working his count. Steelers fan finds it interesting. Top 3 Pirates: Clemente, Van Slyke, and Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, those are pretty good. For me, my top 3 is players that I've seen, I guess. So, I guess if I were to do all time, yeah, you'd have to include Clemente. People would include Bonds, Honus Wagner. But for me, I would do McCutchen because, again, it's people that I've seen. 3-2 count. Patrick kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled off the umpire's mask. So everyone behind the plate today that has a mask has been hit. The Brewers catcher, the Padres catcher, and now the umpire. That's amazing. So McCutchen. Do I go Jason Bay? Jason Bay. And Paul Skeens already. Paul Skeens' best pitcher. Though if he wasn't him, I'd go Garrett Cole or A.J. Burnett. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. He struck him out, froze him with the breaking ball. You from the New England area? No, I am not. I was born in Pennsylvania. So that is just a little bit south. Just a little bit south of the New England area. Currently live in Texas, so if you hear the Texan accent, I apologize. So here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to left. Bowers at the warning track, under it though, and makes the catch for out number 2. Gave it a good ride. Didn't even get to go over Cronenworth's stats. But yeah, I've lived in Texas most of my life, so if I start sounding like this, I apologize, man. I tried to. No, obviously I don't sound like that, but anyway. For me, batting .260, OPS of 656, 5 homers, 26 RBIs. You're from Oakland. Bill Matlock, Willie Stargell. Yeah, my dad loved Willie Stargell. He was a big Willie Stargell guy. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Been stormy in Arkansas. Okay, might be the same system then. I don't know. Dave Parker, that's another good one, George. I like that one. 0-1 count as Patrick Setz looks over at first. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going foul. Born in Lowell, Massachusetts. Oh, you're from New England for sure. Peanut butter and bacon, Chris. I don't know about that one. Oh, I missed that. Okay, yeah, that sounds. No, it was pretty good. Peanut butter and bacon. I don't know if I could do that one, Chris. Here's the 2. That is upstairs, and it's 1-2. Peanut butter and bacon. I don't know. I mean, maybe it works. I don't know. Interesting. 1-2 count. Patrick will set. Looks over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was way out of the zone. Nothing doing. We head to the top of the third. It's 0-0 here in San Diego. Are you doing MLB playoffs? Yes, I'll be doing as many as I can, Felipe. That is the goal. So, again, if you guys are sports fans, baseball, football, definitely subscribe. This is what I do. You can check out my history in the live section. You'll see what I've done so far. But, yes, the goal is to cover as many baseball games as I can for the playoffs. Again, that ends in October. So, try to cover that as much as I can before, of course, next season. And, of course, I'll be doing the NFL. I love the NFL. I'm doing it currently, NFL and college football. Which college football you might not like because I'm doing select teams when it comes to that. But But yeah. Was it a bar and they had peanut butter tequila? What in the world? You know, this chat, all because of Peter. I don't know if you're still here, Peter, but Peter, you changed the way the chat is. It's no problem. We're talking about peanut butter and now bacon. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, we try to have good vibes over here. So, apparently, peanut butter keeping the good vibes today. Of course, I do want to thank all the members and donors. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys have been awesome. I very much appreciate it. Of course, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez are the scoreboard sponsors. So definitely appreciate them. There really hasn't been much. So, again, we won't really come to the scoreboard as the only game happening now is this one. But the final score, you can't see it, is Nationals over the Braves 4-3. So that is pretty much it. So really no reason to go there. Try covering games that matter. That's what I'm doing, Felipe, right here. That's literally it. Of course, again, I cover my Pirates because originally it was going to be just a Pirates thing, but then it morphed into a lot of other things. And I'm, appreciate that. It's probably going to be better for me going forward because even Pirates fans don't want to watch or listen to the Pirates. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing here today. Again, tomorrow I'll be covering, later, covering Pirates, Reds. Reds are still in the playoff hunt. And, of course, tomorrow, Pirates, Reds as well. My final Pirates game of the season sees kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a call and strike. This is Danny Jansen, spending 204 OPS of 682, 12 homers, 33 RBIs. Now, I won't be doing anything Friday, as here is the 0-1. That's going to be outside ball one. My subscribers already know I can't cover games on Friday because I actually call high school games. $50 a game. It's not a living, but it's something neat on the side. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike two. So I'll be doing the high school football team. The game's 2 hours away, so it's going to be a drive. But Saturday it's going to be college football. But Sunday I might be able to do a game. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be upstairs 2-2. I got my football, the NFL, of course, my Steelers in the morning. They play the Dublin game. But if there is a do-or-die situation on Sunday, I will cover that game. And then I'll return for Sunday night. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be just low for ball 3. But if not, if everything's pretty much set, then I'll just cover my normal football games, and I will not do Sunday night, as I got to at least do 2 football games a day. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. For me, looking back, but that's going to become a souvenir. Miami and Florida. Oh, that should be a good game, actually. Denny, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, it's all about the Braves. Yeah, they got wrecked. You have expanded your... I'm trying to get as... I don't know. My inspiration of the channel is actually another YouTuber. He kind of does a lot. He mostly does NFL. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be low for ball 4. So Jansen walks. And I'm sure you guys know him. I'm going to shout him out here. Maybe you guys have subscribed to him as well. Click on his channel. Official Jaguar Gator. He kind of does everything. Obviously, he makes his own NFL videos. But he's actually the inspiration of my channel. And I kind of want to become, as far as he does a lot. He does everything. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I want to do going forward. Right now, though, just baseball and football. But in between football and baseball season, I'll be doing the March Madness stuff, so that'll be pretty fun. And I actually already have done that. That was actually the first stuff I did on the channel. This is Yelich. That's going to be outside ball 1. Yelich is 1 for 1 on the day, batting .268, OPS of 807, 29 homers and 102 on the RBI count. You call high school baseball games or football? I have done 1 baseball game, RC, and I've done a few softball games. They sent me to the softball because that's not as... I'm the number 2 guy at the radio station that I work at. Part-timer there. But I'm I don't really do that. So, yeah, I have 2 part-time jobs, and the 1 part-time job is literally just 3 hours. So that's why I'd like for this to become a thing. That way I can actually... I don't know. It'd be nice. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped foul, and it's 1-2. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's 0-0 here in San Diego. Runner on first. At the top of the 3rd, nobody out. Alabama versus Georgia. No, I'm sorry, I can't cover that. When it comes to college for this year, I have to do my strategy because I'll get buried if I do other games like that. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be low, and it's 2-2. Yeah, for college, if you clicked on Georgia, Alabama, if you typed it in on Saturday, you probably already know what would come up. You'll find illegal streams, and whatever. They're getting away with it. It kind of hurts people like me. But what I have to do for college is I have to cover games that no one's going to look for. So that's kind of the strategy I have when it comes to that. And I've had a lot of success doing it. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. And once again, 2-2. $20 minus 20. I don't know about $20. Yeah, that one is. Yeah, Roger, it's going to be kind of a lame one. No, he does throw in gas money at the end. But it's clutch for the home games, of course. That's like right down the road. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going to go foul. And I did negotiate with my radio station to write a story. So I'm actually technically getting paid as well from the radio station. Definitely not doing the radio, doing it over the streaming. But, so I write a story. As long as I write a story, I get paid while I'm there as well. So that's pretty easy because the story takes like 30 minutes. Delay, if I had to guess, totally random, I would have to guess play-by-play JJ would be here. Actually, no. He does a great job, but he is not. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be upstairs, ball 3. Like I said, official Jaguar is actually the guy that I would strive to be. Because he does it. He does this all the time. He actually makes a living doing this. This is what he does. And he does so much more than just calling games. So, I don't know. I'd like to do a lot more. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going foul. Jansen was on the move. And yeah, exactly, RC. Yeah, so that's like if I called Alabama, Georgia, you can just look it up on YouTube, and you'd rather watch it than listen to me call it. I mean, I would do the same thing. I totally get it. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Chopper to Cease. Throws to second. There's one, and not in time as Yelich is able to run it out. But there is an out. Cease really with the bad throw. Really good stuff there by Bogarts to kind of keep that from going into the outfield. So good stuff there by Bogarts. That'll bring up Jackson Chorio. Looking for his first hit of the series, but he had a great play earlier, robbing Bogarts of a 2-run home run, or potential 2-run home run earlier. He's batting .270, OPS of 767, 20 homers, 77 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's a bunt. And it's down. Cease is going to just toss it to first. Almost overthrowing. Oh, and he's safe. Oh, the throw was indeed too much. Arias had to jump and leave the bag. I thought he kept his tippy toes on there. Oh, man, Cease can't make the routine throws. Sounds like Anthony Richardson. Random Anthony Richardson hate, and that's not the intention here, but it just first guy that came up to on my mind. Bryce Terang is batting .284, OPS of 785, 18 homers, 77 RBIs. You got to crawl before you can walk. Yeah, I hope so. Again, I'm hoping it can. What'd you give up for a Pirates World Series in a not really much, to be honest. Oh, I don't know. I think he may have gotten out. They didn't challenge, though. It's interesting. Really not much. I don't have much, Chris, so I can't really give up much. I give him $1. You ever heard of? Oh yeah, Grossi. Yeah, of course, Grossi. I don't know. I think that's. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's capable. Like the Yeah, like the. Oh yeah, he's awesome. I got Jaguar. He's so good. Rolled an error. I think it's going to be an error. Yeah, I believe that's an error. So no hit there. I'm sorry. Sorry, Felipe. Padres a bit of a jam here. Yeah, no, again, Cease just couldn't make the routine throw. They're talking it over. They're showing the replay, but there was no challenge. So runners on first and second with one out here in the top third. That'll bring up Bryce Terang, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Cease looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 1-0. Turang on the year is batting .284, OPS of .785, 18 homers, and 77 RBIs. Cease will set. Looks back at second and delivers. Breaking ball, that is, well, I was about to say it was in there, but it's not. It's not in there. It was 2-0 apparently. See, shaking his head. 2-0 count to Bryce Turang as Cease once again sets and fires. That's going to be chopped, and that's going foul. 2-1 count. Delay, in my opinion, Grossi is the Mr. Beast. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's the cream of the crop, and again, he's very generous. Has had plenty of charity streams as well. He also does raids. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a grounder to short. Bogarts dives, tosses to second. He's out. Oh, what a play by Bogarts. Chorio's kind of like grimacing. I don't know. Oh, and the Brewers are going to challenge. This was close. So we'll get to look at it. Danger zone. It's definitely interesting for sure. And the Brewers, again, going to challenge. If this challenge is reversed, it's going to be bases loaded with 1 out. So, again, a great play by Bogarts. I mean, he kept this a 0-0 game. Tosses it to second. And he's going to be safe. Oh, man. So, it's going to be bases loaded with 1 out. Bogarts, though, again, had a home run robbed of him earlier, but he does keep it 0-0 as of now. So a great play by Xander. But it's bases loaded with just 1 out. That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn, batting .256, OPS of .722, 14 homers, and 63 RBIs. Have the Brewers fans, again, Brewers fans have been so great to this channel. Cease looks back, kicks and deals. That is low. And it's 1-0. That was 91 on the slider, which is just, it still just boggles the mind that sliders can get up into the 90s. 1-0 count. Cease sets and fires. That's going to be low, and it's 2-0. Peter loves Pat Murphy. What sport did you fall in love with first? It's football. Football is my number 1, and this is not even number 2, to be honest with you. I can't even lie. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. No, I actually prefer soccer, and I was going, oh, soccer. I played soccer when I was skinnier, of course. That was back when I was in school. That was fun. Pretty good, I may add. Pretty good at any position. Even goalie. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be grounded to short. There's 1 and 2. A double play. Cease gets out of it. He likes it. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's 0-0. The Brewers had an opportunity. Chris was pulling for Vaughn. Rogers saying big trouble, but right on John was right, as he wanted a double play, and that's what they got. That is something, man. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Press that like button. It is very clutch for channels like mine, as we're growing. Again, we're a small channel, but we're growing. So definitely like and subscribe, as this channel has, again, I think there's a lot of potential here. Again, just 6 months ago at 30 subs, now we're over 1,000. Just crossed that mark Saturday night, late Saturday night. That was brutal. That was about to become story time with Dr. Delay, because I was exhausted. I was covering Cal and San Diego State. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Feel free to chat down below. We got a chatty bunch this afternoon, and it's awesome. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, Felipe, I don't know. Chris, can't believe it. Peter's going to crash out. Don't crash out, Peter. Go ahead and get some peanuts or peanut butter, Peter, and you'll probably feel a little bit better. snack on something. Stress eating, you know. Do we think Merrill and Machado will get hits? I don't know. Again, baseball, you can flip a coin, Avery. Pretty much ask the quarter question, flip it, and then whatever it lands on, there's your answer, because you never know. 107. Oh, wow. That's very nice, Ultimate. Well, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play. If you like baseball or football, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. And again, I'll be covering as much playoff baseball as possible. And I know those teams for sure, Brewers and Padres, will be there. So definitely do that. Definitely subscribe for more of that. Carl, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Here's the pitch. Taking all the way is Arias. As that's right down the middle, 0-1. Arias is 1 for 1 on the day, batting .289, OPS of .713, 8 homers, 61 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, and it's 1-1. Looks like Fetty is warming up in the Brewers bullpen. That's interesting. Patrick only at 38. Here's the pitch. That's a cutter upstairs, and it's 2-1. I got some money on the Padres this one. Oh, yeah. Good luck. I mean, Padres going for the sweep. I don't know. The Brewers are a tough out, as that's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. I don't know. The Brewers getting swept would be pretty huge, Eli. Are you holding to your radio standards of commenting? Well, yeah, I don't curse. I don't curse. I don't do it in real life. I do my best not to swear. But yeah, as far as commentators curse, here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going foul. Like, I've jinxed if that's kind of, I don't know. I mean, that's not what you're talking about, but I mean, yeah, I have had jinxes before. I know that's way off what you're saying, but yeah, no, I don't swear. I try to keep it as family friendly as possible, because I know there's, like when I love sports, or I grew up watching sports as outside ball 3, I was of course a kid. So that's what I just try to keep in mind, that there might be kids watching. Not saying I'm going to be a role model, but, I try to, be decent. 3-2 count. Patrick delivers. That's going to be cut on and hit foul. So 3-2. Steelers doing better than your Ravens. Record-wise, Carl, I would much rather be a Ravens fan, though, because they are looking, I don't know. I know they're 1-2, but I would much rather have their team. 3-2 count. That's going to be hit to left, and once again, fouled. Arias hits the bat in disgust. Very interesting stuff here. 3-2 to Luis Arias. Definitely an interesting character there. Patrick begins the windup and the pitch. That's we caught on and once again found back. Arias just making contact. Staying alive. Curse like a sailor, drunken sailor. Well, I mean, again, I have a bunch of friends and they all swear. So, I totally get it. Totally get it. 3-2 count. Patrick delivers. That's in the dirt for ball 4. Did he go? They're going to say that he may have swung. No, he didn't look like he did. So Arias takes a walk, which is kind of rare for him. Machado coming up to the plate. It's batting .274, OPS of .791, 26 homers, 93 RBIs. Machado is 0 for 1 on the night. Must win versus. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's must win. I mean, the Ravens could start off 1-3, can still see him finishing 12-5, as that's going to be inside. For Baldwin. It would be good for Lamar to win, though. He needs to definitely get a win against a top-tier team. 1-0 counts. Patrick sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Appreciate it. Often listening to. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I mean, I was, I love sports from a very young age. So, yeah, I totally get it. Totally understand. Patrick sets. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right. And once again, that's going foul. No cuss, yeah. Predict at least 2 runs for the Padres this inning. Ooh, that's bold. That is bold. As Patrick will set. Looks over at first yet again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be way inside, and it's 2-2. 90 on the sinker. I won't be chanting, though. I can't. Like I said, I keep it down the middle. I won't be chanting for either team here. I just want a good game of baseball. I think we all do. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 90 on the cutter. That was outside the zone. There it is right there. With 1 out, that'll bring up Jackson Merrill. Setting 264 OPS of 7, 68, 15 homers, 62 RBIs. Mar sure does need a win over Patrick's team. Oh, yeah. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Yeah, Lamar, that's the one thing, though. Just when it comes to big games, he always seems to lose them. So that is the one problem with the Ravens. 1-0 count. Patrick sets. Rocks and fires. Grounder, and that's going foul. Brewers win 2 more games for the franchise record. Really? I did not know that. I know they need 2 wins, or the magic number is 2, so a combination of Brewers wins and Phillies losses for the number 1 seed, but that's pretty neat. 1-1 count. Patrick sets, kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 2-1. I can tell you I'm going to be late for the Pirates-Reds game because we're only in the 3rd inning here. And that begins in an hour and a half. 2-1 count. Patrick sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right. Has the distance, but it's foul. He crushed it. He hit that to the... Is that the 3rd deck? Oh, my gosh. Jeez, Merrill hit that 107 miles per hour. Jeez, Patrick looks over at first. He sets. And delivers. That is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Jansen. So 3-2. Runner on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, it's 0-0. Which NL Central opponent do you hate the most? Well, before I spoke to Brewers fans, it was actually the Brewers. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Goes to second, and he's out. Oh, a double play. Jansen throwing out Arias. What an ending to that inning. Swing and a miss. Out number 2. Tags out Arias on the throw to second. We head to the top of the 4th. It's 0-0. 0-0. Brewers and Padres. Now, since it's not the Brewers anymore, you guys have, I wouldn't say won me over, but I definitely appreciate what you guys have done. Maybe it's the Reds. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate the Cardinals. I view the Cardinals as like a classy organization. The Cubs, I mean, I don't really hate the Cubs. I guess it's the Reds now. But I don't know if I hate anybody. I mean, when you're a Pirates fan, like why are you hating? Like you're like we're down. Like I guess it's kind of like why would the Browns talk any noise in the NFL? Like that's how I view it. Like being on the other side of it when it comes to the football side of things, the Steelers and the little Browns. Like why in the world are the Browns yapping? Why are the fans talking? Take your 4-12 record and be quiet. Yeah, that's literally so. When it's for the Pirates, it's like, well, we got 70 wins this year. That's a pretty good year for the Pirates. Like, there's no reason to really, for me, to hate anyone else because we're so bad. I hate the Pirates, and if anything, I hate the team more than the other teams. I don't hate the team, obviously. I'm always going to be a Pirates fan, but I don't know. I have no time to hate on others if there's so much to pick apart with myself. I guess that's kind of how I see it. However, Cleveland Browns fans, though, that they don't follow that logic. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you're a baseball, football fan, either or, both is good. That's also pretty good. So, yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you are a sports fan, because it's a growing channel. As Cease kicks and deals, that's going to be cut on and popped up. That's going foul. This is Sal Frelick. He's 0 for 1 on the day, batting .291, OPS of 766, 12 homers, and 63 RBIs. As Cease rocks and fires. That is way upstairs, and it's a 1-1. 1-1 count to Sal Frelick. Again, it's 0-0 here in San Diego. As Cease delivers. That's cut on and hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit. The shift was on. Bogarts was playing towards second. So leadoff base runner for the Brewers. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin. Durbin's batting .261, OPS of 731, 11 homers, and 53 RBIs. Durbin stepping into the box. Cease sets and delivers. That is a breaking ball outside, and it's 1-0. Delay, do you miss the old way baseball games were called, or do you love the speed up? I like the speed up. Yeah, I like the clock. I think it's a good thing. 1-0 count. Cease rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped off his foot, and it's 1-1. I don't know. I feel like this game would probably still be in like the top of the third or something. I think they were just taking it a little too far with like the pitchers, just grabbing the rosin every second and just taking a while. And then the batter, I got to readjust my gloves, every single swing, as that's going to be swung on and hit to shallow center. And that is caught for out number 1. Frelick going back to first. I don't know. It was kind of annoying. But no, now I like it. I like the speed of the game. It's at a good spot. Jake Bauer stepping out of the plate. He's 1 for 1, batting .237, OPS of 756, 7 homers, 27 RBIs. Got a parlay opened with each game with one player with a hit. So far got 2. There we go. Here's the pitch showing bunt. It's down. Actually, it's more up, and that is a foul ball. That one was just foul, too. That one. There's no one over there covering third. You love Caleb Durbin. Durbin's a solid player. Tell you what, he's a solid young third baseman. We'll be waiting with bated breath for robot umps. Yeah, again, we talked about this earlier. I don't know if you had stepped away or you weren't here at the moment, but I'm actually one of the few people that don't like the robot umps, as that's going to be in the dirt. And Fermin is there to block it. Keep Frelick at first. Everything changes with the time, including even baseball. I think eventually, if they wanted to, they could speed up foul balls. Maybe. I don't know. That'd be pretty tough to do. 1-1 count. Cease sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there, but it's not called a strike. Cease shaking his head. Cease doesn't like it. 2-1 count to Jake Bowers. Cease looks over at first. Sets and fires. Showing bunt. It is. He pulled it back. That was just below the zone. 3-1. Cease again pretty frustrated that he's not getting some of these calls. That one was fine, but the pitch before it, similar to one that happened earlier. As Cease will set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside, and it's ball 4. So first and second for the Brewers with just 1 out, and that'll bring up Andrew Monasterio's batting .286, OPS of 798. 4 homers, 16 RBIs. See, robot up what it calls. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it, but you also wouldn't have had my reaction. See, look, I'm like, you wouldn't have C shaking his head. You wouldn't have the humanity of being wrong. And I know it's kind of weird to say that, but you know, I don't know. I don't like the perfection that everyone's trying to have. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You know, you see these NFL teams again. They're all building. You know, they all seemingly want 70-degree indoors. Like, that takes away home field advantage when it comes to all that stuff. You know, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm just not a fan of trying to make everything perfect. As here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. And it's strike two. Like, again, like, umpire makes a game-deciding call, and it's wrong. Nothing we can do about it. We will all talk about it. We'll all unite about it. We'll all get mad at it, and we'll talk about it for days. That'll go away. And I think that would be very tragic, to be honest with you. Here's the 0-2. That is outside, and it's 1-2. Haven't had TV for 2 years and have YouTube for sports, and this is the best play. But thank you, George. I really appreciate you, man. You've been very kind to me as well. Again, I'm very grateful that I seemingly have a very good subscriber base. I really do appreciate you guys. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Monasterio. Now there's 2 outs. Of course, there's still runners on first and second. That'll bring up Danny Jansen. He walked earlier, spending 204 OPS of 684, 12 homers, and 33 RBIs. Ortiz in the lineup. I don't think he is. It's Monasterio, Peter. Yeah, he's not in the lineup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 5 straight foul balls without no man on base. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, I would cringe. I don't know if I'm a traditionalist, but I would cringe on that. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, I don't know about a foul ball there. A foul ball's a foul ball. One and one count to Jansen as Cease will set again. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Cease looks back, kicks and deals. That is going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. That one just a bit outside too, but again, it all evens out in the end, kind of. Even if it doesn't, again, it's something we can yap about for days. 1-2 count. Cease rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 98 up out of the zone. Man, we head to the bottom of the fourth at 0-0 here in San Diego. Lefton. Yeah, no, the Brewers have been close. They seemingly have runners in scoring position every inning. And it might have been, actually. I can't remember the third inning. But, I don't know, they were bases loaded. Yeah. Shoot. Brewers are close, yet no cigar. Again, that just, to me, that means, hey, they might be breaking open very soon. I mean, the laws of averages just means like it's probably going to break through. But we got a good one, despite the 0-0 game. And personally, I love offense. You know, when it's 0-0, I don't like it. I like offense. I like 9-7. I like even like 6-4. Yeah, that's to me pretty good. To be honest, I hate the Cubs the most, Cardinals second. That's fair. Why it's right there, just hit the ball. I mean, it's a little harder than that, Peter. That actually was up out of the zone. I'm chill with the Reds and Pirates. Yeah, I gotcha. I don't know. I feel like we always lose to the Reds, so that's why I guess if there's any like hate for an NL team, it's. Yeah, I would say it's the NL Central team. It would be the Reds because I feel like we always lose to the Reds. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is a growing channel, folks. So definitely like and subscribe. Just crossed 1,000 subs this past Saturday. So, yeah, very excited about it. A lot of potential here. So, yeah, if you're a baseball fan, football fan, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Eric Fetty coming to the plate. He's on the mound now. He replaces Patrick, which is interesting. He's 4-13, 5.53 ERA, whip of a 1.54. So again, I don't know why he's been replaced, but it is what it is. Maybe they're saving him for the playoffs. I'm not too sure. This is Gavin Sheets, batting .254, OPS of 757, 19 homers and 70 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Sheets walked earlier. Why is Pittsburgh Pro Sports black and yellow? I have no idea. I have no idea. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. I have no idea. I mean, I would say, I don't know. It's neat, though. It's neat. I like that we're all black and yellow. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's 2-1. Before meeting Brewers fans, why did you dislike the Brewers? My dad. My dad taught me to hate the Brewers and the Braves. So that is why. 2-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is, I believe, caught by Frelick. Oh, my goodness. Diving it all. He just tumbled. That's why I'm unsure if he was able to hold on. Looks like he did, though. So what a diving catch by Frelick. That'll bring up Alexander Bogaerts. It's batting .259, OPS of 710, 10 homers, 49 RBIs. Black and yellow looks, it does. It really does. I love the color combination. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Reds with 6 wins, the Pirates with 5 wins. So we're not too bad this year against the Reds. I feel like, though, they always win the season series. Here's the 0-1. That is going to be outside, and it's 1-1. Bogaerts again 0 for 1 on the day. Sveti delivers. Grounder to third. Durbin has it. Throws to first for out number 2. So very quickly 2 away for the Padres. And that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn, who's 1 for 1. It's batting .278, OPS of 799, 17 homers, 62 RBIs. As Fetty begins the windup and the pitch. That is low, and it's 1-0. In design, black and yellow is the most attractive when it comes to contrast. No, yeah, it's great. Black and yellow is awesome. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Fetty pointing at it. And Vaughn is going to make the catch on the run for out number 3. Very quick, bottom of the 4th. So we head to the top of the 5th, where the score is still 0-0. Got to go bowling time. Good luck at bowling, Chris. Thank you again for stopping by, as always. Appreciate it, Chris. You like the Reds because we almost always beat them. Geez, yeah, I wish I could say that about any of the NL Central, but I feel like we're always losing to everybody. Dr. Lay, how's it going? Good afternoon. I hope all is well. A true Raider, thank you again. A lot of Raiders fans here. Of course, I guess there's the San Diego thing, but I would be thinking Chargers unless San Diego fans hate the Chargers now. And I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame you guys if you did for leaving. I still think about that. I don't know. I still, actually when I was calling, I called the Chargers and Raiders. I think I called them the San Diego Chargers a few times, not on purpose. I'll do it on purpose every now and then, but I think I did it. And then the Oakland Raiders, I did that as well. I messed up. I feel like the NFL is better when they were in San Diego and then the Raiders in Oakland. That's just me. I'm a boomer when it comes to some things, folks. But folks, again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. SGA, okay. Well, thank you for that. Hopefully I don't have to time you out again. But I appreciate you. Thank you very much for becoming a member. I feel like, though, I've timed you out a lot, so I do appreciate that. Though I will say, I appreciate it, but if you continue doing what you're doing, and I will have to take some drastic measures, and this might be the last time we ever communicate. I know that's not a warm welcome for what you just did, but I'm just saying I've been advised to do so, but I'm just a nice guy, I guess. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs for ball one. This is Christian Yelich, who's 1 for 2. He's batting .267, OPS of .805, 29 homers, 102 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. You don't hate the Chargers? Fair enough. Raiders, Chicago, 7. Okay. I could see it, Roger. It'd be close. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. You like the Niners, Raiders, and Chargers. Okay. You live in Las Vegas. Okay. That's fair. 1-2 count as Cease rocks and fires. That is in the dirt, handled well. Well, not really, actually. It scoots away. 2-2. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of sinks. Like the Oakland, San Francisco, that was kind of a thing. Even though it was only every 4 years, that was still like a big deal. Now it's like, not a big deal anymore. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. How many strikeouts does Cease have? He has 7. Cease has been dealing. He's been kicking and dealing. Chourio coming to the plate. He's batting .270, OPS of .767. He's 0 for 1 with the walk today. 20 homers and 77 RBIs. As Cease rocks and fires. That is way upstairs, and it's ball one. 2013, the Pirates won a season series. Wow, is that the last time? 2013. Jeez, it's been a while. 1-0 count as Cease, shaking his head, doesn't like any of these calls. He's going to pitch anyway. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, that is in there, and it's 1-1. Brewers on the money line. Dexter going with the Brewers here. Appreciate you for stopping by, Dexter. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. What's your favorite tradition the Pirates have? To be honest, I'm probably the wrong guy to ask because I don't even really know what traditions we have. 1-2 count, and looks like, I don't know, I can't tell who asked for time there, Chourio or Cease. Couldn't tell you. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Z. I kind of let you down there, but I have no idea. I like the raise the Jolly Roger thing whenever we win. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Cease. But yeah, I enjoy that call that Greg Brown does. Raise the Jolly Roger. That's awesome. That's a great call. I say it myself whenever we win on here, but that's rare. Swashbuckling. The Bears 52, Raiders 10. I don't know about that, Christopher. That's a little extreme there. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. Actually, I don't even know who I picked this week. Who did I pick? This week? That's last week. I did the Bears. I picked the Bears. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Terang. His second hit of the day. That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn, who's 0 for 2. With the bases loaded earlier, he hit into a double play. He's batting .256, OPS of .720, 14 homers, and 63 RBIs. You just became an MLB fan just 5 years ago, so I don't know many traditions. Yeah, I don't really know what we have, to be honest with you. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Andrew Vaughn. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th. Cease sets. Kicks and deals. That is way upstairs, and it's 1-1. That's been happening quite a bit today, but I don't think he's going to care because he's had a great performance. Now, not allowing any, of course, runs. 8 strikeouts. 1-1 count. Cease. Rocks and fires. That is upstairs, and it's 2-1. Week 2 of the Tom Grossi pick'em. You went 16-0. Hey, I'll believe you. I believe you. That's pretty neat. 2-1. What's your record on the season? Season then has to be pretty good. 2-1 count. Cease. Rocks and fires. That is in the dirt. Oh, and the ball gets away. Fermin doesn't know where it's going. And he's rounding second, heading for third. And Terang moves 180 feet. Fermin had no idea where it went. Breaking ball in the dirt. Fermin was looking around. Just could not locate it. Oh, geez. That may be a thing. Man, that is huge for the Brewers. Cease will set. Kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. 3-2. 3-2 count to Andrew Vaughn. Runner on third. Top of the fifth, 2 outs. Cease will set. Standing ovation. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go foul. Niners, Raiders, Chargers, don't forget Seattle, and the Bills. Once again, a 3-2 count to Andrew Vaughn. I'm assuming somebody asked for time. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't. Just took a while. As Cease will set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Vaughn will move to second as the Brewers have taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the fifth. That was a crucial wild pitch. Man, it's now 1-0. Brewers leading the Padres. That'll bring up Sal Frelick. Spending .292 OPS of 768, 12 homers, 63 RBIs. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 38-10. That's very good. Jeez, 38-10. So, hold on. Yeah, okay. Well, geez. 38-10, that makes my 33-15. It doesn't feel that good. Want 12-4, 11-5, 10-6. So trending to be, I guess, 9-7. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Unbelievable, says John. Yeah, there's a little bit of a mound visit, so I do apologize for the delay here on Dr. Delay. Finally on the board, yes. Brewers leading 1-0, runner on second. Again, feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Definitely do it. This is a growing channel. Here's the pitch. That's going to be caught on and fouled back. But yeah, football, baseball. If you like those two sports, either or both. Both is good. Definitely do it. Definitely subscribe. It's free. Completely free. You won't get charged anything. You're a Cubs fan? Okay, there we go. Well, hey, you guys are looking good. It was a tough game last night. 0-1 count. Cease delivers. That's going to be jammed and popped up. Cronenworth is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Brewers take advantage of a wild pitch. And a few pitches later, they come across to score 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Like I said earlier, folks, again, it's a growing channel. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs. Here we are over 1,000. So, again, I appreciate you guys very much for giving me a chance to call this game. If you like what you hear, folks, definitely like and subscribe. Press that like button. It helps out small channels like mine. But we're growing. We're growing, so definitely do it. And, again, I'll be covering as many baseball games as possible as well. So, definitely, what the heck? Definitely subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'll have to look at that later. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys Something newsworthy, I guess, in my area of the world. And of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. And again, you guys have been getting pretty great tonight. Afternoon. I usually call my games in the evening. So my bad there. Just going through the motions, I guess. But I do appreciate you guys. I really do. And as we mentioned earlier, again, the Padres, they have a lot to play for. Again, a game and a half back of the Dodgers. Also a game and a half back of the Cubs as well. So, again, there's a lot of stuff that could happen here. Stepping up to the plate will be Bryce Johnson. He's actually replacing Ramon Laureano. He's batting .352, OPS of .838, 1 homer and 8 RBIs on the season. And I guess I may have jumped the gun there, as I feel like we should be back. We're still in commercial break. I feel like I got pretty good with the timing, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just off. Interesting. If you live up there in Milwaukee, I guess the Brewers are having a pocket pancake breakfast Friday from 6 to 9 at American Family Fields. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, again, Bryce Johnson coming to the plate as we're ready to resume this one here in the bottom of the fifth. Fetty delivers, showing bunt. It is down. Fetty has it, throws to first for outs number 1. Again, Cease was having trouble with those earlier. No problem there with Fetty. That'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth is batting .247, OPS of .749, 11 homers and 56 RBIs. Bunt was down. It's not a bad bunt, but just gets him by a step. Fetty kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Cronenworth, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Fetty rocks and fires. That is way outside, and it's a 1-1. One 1 count to Cronenworth. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be swing, or swung on and missed, I should say. That's more English accurate. 1-2 count to Cronenworth. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. The Brewers leading 1-0, scoring just a few moments ago. Fetty delivers the 1-2. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. And if you do want more baseball, again, the goal is to cover the Pirates and Reds right after this. I'll be a little late to that one, but we'll be covering that one. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Monasterio throws to first for out number 2. He was pretty much playing right up the middle. So 2 away from the Padres. That'll bring up Freddie Fermin. He's batting .259, OPS of .654. 5 homers and 26 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 on the day. As Fetty delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Fetty delivers. That is outside, and it's 1-1. Regardless what really happens today, folks, the Padres, they're going to win the series. So that's something they were definitely hoping for. Here's the 1-1. That is outside. It's 2-1. Of course, the sweep would be something that they would definitely like. But yeah, again, this could be a playoff preview. You never know. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. And Brewers most likely the 1 seed. The Padres most likely a 4 or a 5. I mean, again, they could still get the 3. But, yeah, no, these are 2 of the best teams in baseball. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be called strike 3. He struck him out. We head to the top of the 6th. Your score is Brewers 1, Padres nothing. Who will win? I have no idea, Xped. It's 1-0. Could not tell you. Could not tell you. Just go ahead and flip a coin. You'll have as much luck as I would. Yes, we would definitely like a sweep and a Dodgers loss. Yes, of course the Padres would love that. Definitely interesting what happens later. Again, what will, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, going at it tonight. And the Diamondbacks came back and won. And if the Diamondbacks win tonight, that makes things very interesting. I'll go ahead and I would plan on covering 3 games tomorrow. That would be pretty cool. Pirates, of course, Reds, and then the Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and then I'll do Thursday Night Football. That one is going to happen. So, yeah, at least 2 streams tomorrow for sure. Again, doing another stream after this one. I'll be late to it because this is in the 6th inning, and that game starts in about 50 minutes. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit late. Apparently, I already have somebody waiting for Seahawks-Cardinals. That is awesome. I don't think they'll be waiting much longer, though, because that's not happening tonight. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do. I call games. So if you like the style that I provide, trying to do that traditional radio broadcast, that style broadcast, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Your monies. Oh, man. Eli, I'm sorry. Top 3 logos and colors. Assuming current logos. Ooh. That's a tough one. I'd have to look at them. I don't know. I feel like the logos of like the 2000s were better. I do like the Brewers logo's good. I mean, just thinking of logos right off the top of my head. Caleb Durbin coming to the plates. We do have a new pitcher for the Padres. Cease is done. He finishes with 5 innings, 1 earned, his 6 hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Is that 8 strikeouts? Yeah, 8 strikeouts. This is David Morgan. He's 1-2. The 2.80 ERA, whip of a 1.18. But yeah, I would say Brewers is probably number 1. Give me a second. I'd have to really think it over. As Morgan sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Let me just look at it real quick. Is there a logo that speaks to me? I don't really know. I like the Phillies P. I don't know. I've always liked that. The Cubs is nice. That's classic. Here's the 0-1. Grounder to third. Machado throws to first. Gets him by just a step for out number 1. I don't know. So Brewers, Phillies. If it was the Pirates 2000s one with the pirate, like the actual angry pirates, I would definitely pick the Pirates one. Let's see. Oh, the Tigers. That's a good one. Yeah, the Tigers. Heck yeah. I like that one. Those would be my top 3. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 1. To be honest with you, if you asked tomorrow, I would probably change it up. I feel like it would just be a different set. The Brewers would probably stay. 1-0 count to Jake Bauers, who's 1 for 1 on the day, batting .237, OPS of .759. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 7 homers, 27 RBIs. It's 1 for 1 with a walk today. If the Reds win, Diamondbacks lose, Mets lose, Reds will pay back and control. Yep, that's a big game happening very soon. Here's the 1-1. That is inside, and it's 2-1. Casey is sick. Casey is a good one. Brewers, Cubs. Oh, the Braves is really good too. Yeah, the one with the axe. That's a good one. 2-1 counts. Morgan sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside, and it's 3-1. Baseball. Brewers are literally baseball glove. Hey, it's awesome. It is awesome. It's a great logo. I like it. I like the clever with the M and the B. That's good. 3-1 count. Morgan rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. And it's strike 2. But yeah, the Cubs, that's a good logo. And the Braves, those are good picks, George. Very good picks. 3-2 is the count to Jake Bowers. Nobody on, one out here in the top of the sixth. I feel like I've been saying a lot of nobody on in this one. As Morgan sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going foul. Bowers took off and started running. I don't think that was... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what in the world happened there. The Expos had a cool hat. Yeah, they had a good... I don't know, I like their logo as well. It's pretty neat. Their color scheme is pretty much the Blue Jays now. Blue and red and white. The count is full. 3-2 count. As Morgan sets, rocks and fires. That is inside, and it's ball 4. Bowers will draw his second walk of the game. That'll bring up Andrew Monasterio, who's 0 for 2 today. Batting, .283, OPS of .791, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. Morgan will set. Runner on first, 1 out. Monasterio at the plate. Morgan kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and once again, that's going foul. A lot of foul balls as well. Oh and 1 to Monasterio. Morgan will set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be, well, it was in there, but honestly not really a good job by the catcher, making it look like I was way outside. 1-1 count. Game is kind of slowed down. I'm sure you guys can feel it on your end as well. Not much really happening. 1-1 count. Morgan sets. Rocks and fires. That's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Two and 1 count to Monasterio. Morgan rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Throw to second. He is out. Oh, man. Another base runner that has been caught today. This time it would be... Yep, he's out. So good stuff there by the catchers today, Jansen and Fermin. Good stuff by Fermin. So now it's, wow, yeah, Cronenworth with a very quick tag as well, but yeah, a great throw. 2-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Morgan sets, rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Oh my goodness, that one was way out of the zone. He struck him out. Looking like the Pirates there, just swinging at everything. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score, Brewers 1, Padres nothing. Wish I can show you, but this ad is in the way. That's unfortunate. Folks, again, appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, yeah, if you like baseball, like football, definitely subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. And again, I plan on doing as many baseball or playoff baseball games as possible. So definitely subscribe because I know both these teams are going. Hopefully, I'll see you there. And again, you never know. You could be stuck at work. You could be doing your chores. You know, you'll have to listen to someone. You might as well be me. Might as well be me. And that's pretty much it. I got really nothing. I did have a poll up. I still have it up. It is pretty much 50-50. 111 votes in. Geez, thank you guys for making your voice heard. The Brewers have 51% of the votes. The Padres have 49. Geez, that is yeah, that's pretty close. And again, it's a close game, 1-0. And that's pretty much it. Again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. And once again, make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel It is free. You do not have to pay a dime to do so. Looks like Joey Ortiz is going to be subbing in for Andrew Monasterio. And leading off for the Padres, whenever we do return to action, will be Luis Arias. That would be worst 3 logos. I have to look again. Worst 3 logos. Nationals, because it looks like Walgreens. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-0. Tampa Bay, I'm sorry. I know there were some Rays fans here. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1. Nationals, Rays. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be cut on and hit to left. That's going foul. 1-2. Man. Oh, jeez. Come on. We can get a third one here. Baseball has some pretty good logos, to be honest with you. I'm going to go with the Indians. Guardians, really, actually call them the Guardians at this point because, yeah. Here's the 1-2. That's a grounder to short. Throws to first for route number 1. Yeah, because of the downgrade, I feel like they are eliminated. Chief Wahoo was the GOAT. Not the GOAT, but a pretty good logo. D-backs, Reds, Rockies. Oh, interesting. I like the Reds. I like the Red Sea, to be honest. That's just me. Manny Machado at the plate. He's 0 for 2, batting .273, OPS of .789. Here is the pitch. That is outside, and it's 1-0. 26 homers, 93 RBIs. Hello, Dr. Lay. How's it going, bud? Appreciate ya. Let's go, Mets. Yeah, no, they looked good last night. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1 to Machado. Yeah, I'd say Rays, Guardians, and here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. I forgot what I said already. What was the other one? Oh, my gosh. CTE has impacted me already. Rays, Guardians, and the Nationals, because again, the Walgreens. 1-2 count. Fetty begins the windup and the pitch. That's going to be cut on and hit foul. Machado home run prediction. That's a bold call. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1-2 count as Fetty kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 strikeouts for Machado. That was a breaking ball outside the zone. That'll bring up Jackson Merrill. He's batting .263, OPS of .766. 15 homers, 62 RBIs. Fetty delivers, and that's going to be a grounder, and that's going foul. Hope you're right. Ooh, I have some bad news. Was not right. Fetty begins the windup, and here is the 0-1. That's going to be way outside, and it's 1-1. You were wrong, yeah. Yep, just a little bit off there. It happens. 1-1 count as Fetty kicks and deals. Grounder, and that's going foul yet again. This is the foul ball game, I guess. 1-2 count. As Fetty delivers the 1-2. That's going to be hit to left. Running back at the wall, and that one is out of here. Oh, my goodness, an opposite field home run for Jackson Merrill, and it's 1-1. That was his 16th home run of the season. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, man, that kind of just came out of nowhere. Homer inbound, yeah. You could say so. I don't know if you had inside information or not, but yeah. It's now 1-1 here in San Diego. That'll bring up Gavin Sheets, who's 0 for 1. And it looks like Fetty is done. So we have a pitching change here in San Diego. It's Gavin Sheets will be stepping up to play, but we're going to step away for a second. They are anyway. Again, we have a pitching change as Fetty is done, and Ashby will come on. You need Manny or Luis to get another hit. Okay, well, hey, it's possible. Raul likes it. Cy, let's go. He likes it too. Steve likes it as well. You did? Yeah, that's what I thought here, Eli. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Ashby, the new pitcher, is going to be 4-2 on the year, 2.24 ERA with a whip of a 1.20. You have money lying on the Padres. Okay, yeah, like I said, like a lot of sports bettors here. Again, a lot of them have subscribed to the channel, so definitely subscribe. Don't be a stranger. Press that subscribe button for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, like and subscribe. If you're a sports fan, baseball, football, doesn't matter. That's what I call. Even, again, sports bettor. I got plenty of sports bettors that have already subscribed to the channel. Again, you might need to know something, what's happening. So, definitely subscribe to the channel. As we're just kind of waiting for this one to resume. Again, I feel bad. I know there'll probably be some Pirates fans that check in, some Reds fans, but I won't be able to cover that game at the beginning. I'll be able to get to it probably in the second or third inning because this one's going to be running a little bit later than expected. So, again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Press that like button. Looks like this. Looks like that. As Ashby, again, the showing his stats, 2.24 ERA, opponent batting average of 234, has 73 strikeouts to 23 walks. You just subscribed. Thank you. Raul, you're a legend. You are a legend. Ashby having some sort of issues with the pitch comm, so that's kind of a bummer, I guess. So we'll have to chill out some more, I guess. I don't know. I just wish they would go back to the finger signs. So that one, I guess, is working. I guess. I don't know. Again, it's going to be nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 1-1 now. Jackson Merrill tying things up just a few moments ago. Ashby will set. Kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. You sweat it out at the end to 21 soccer. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. 0-1 count. Ashby sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going to go foul. Everything on my parlay hit except Brewers win and one more hit from Manny. Oh, I see, Timmy. You got a lot of stuff on the line here. 0-2 count to Gavin Sheets. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Again, Sheets is 0-1 for the day. He's walked as well. I don't know if that's being a man there, John, but, I mean, whatever works for that guy. Here's the 1-2. Chopper, and that's going foul. Looks like the Padres have Adrian Morjon warming up in the bullpen. One and two count. Ashby will set. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But the Padres tie it up as we head to the top of the 7th. Your score is 1-1 here in San Diego. So far, the Brewers with 6 hits on the day, no errors. The Padres with 3 hits and 2 errors. But again, the game it's tied. All that matters is the runs. You can't bet on Brewers. Padres have been stepping up. Padres have looked good. They have, Raul. 1-1 as we end the 7th inning stretch. 7th inning stretch is actually the next half inning, John. But that's okay. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel. So again, make sure to press that like button. It looks like this. It looks like that. The thumb. And again, definitely subscribe to the channel. I don't really have any scores from across Major League Baseball, so I can't really do anything. I will just, again, shout out the members and the donors. I really do appreciate you guys. Again, Coffee Beans, Eduardo Hernandez, they are the scoreboard sponsors, but there's really no scores to go over. So I do appreciate their support. We can go over, I guess, the one game that happened, but you guys can't even see it because it's so far down there. The Nationals defeating the Braves earlier today, 4-3. The Braves' winning streak of, I think, of 10 was snapped today. The Braves catching fire, though it's just a little bit too late. So, again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. This game is looking a lot like those soccer matches 101. Yeah, no, it really is just, not much happening in this one. But, yeah, no, I like soccer as well. I mean, I just don't really like Steve. Steve bets on, like, Brazilian soccer, and I don't really pay attention to Brazil and Argentina and all that. I really just look at the Premier League and MLS every now and then, more so lately because of Messi, but I still haven't really paid attention. And then, of course, the World Cup and all the international matches. I like keeping track of that. Jansen at the plate as Morjon sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Morjon, the new pitcher, is 13-5 with a 2.01 ERA, whip of a .88. So that is your pitcher for the Padres. Jansen, by the way, batting .204, OPS of .681, 12 homers, 33 RBIs. Morjon kicks and deals. That is way inside, and it's 1-1. You a fan of UFC? Not really, no. I don't watch boxing or UFC. Luis pulling for the Padres. 1-1 count. Morjon delivers. That's going to be hit to center, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Jansen gets his first hit of the day. That'll bring up Christian Yelich, who is 1 for 3. Question, if the Padres or Dodgers win their divisions, wouldn't both teams? Yes, most likely. But again, if you're the 3 or 4 seed for the wild card round, you get to host all the wild card games. So that is an advantage. Home field is such a huge thing for baseball, for playoffs, just in anything, obviously. But it's going to be a huge difference. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs 1-0, and I can tell you why in a second. As Yelich is batting .267, OPS of .804. 29 homers and 102 RBIs. I'll wait for after this pitch, then I'll kind of explain it. White House, UFC, Conor McGregor, Chandler. I don't even know. I don't even know much about him. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be in there for a call strike. Okay, so it's really going to be impacting the Dodgers more. So I don't know if you can see it on my screen here, but the Dodgers at home are 52-29. Very good. When they are away from Los Angeles, they're 36-40. As here's the 1-1 showing bunt that pulls away, and it's 2-1. And the same thing for the Padres, 49-28 at home, dominant. But away, they have a losing record, 38-43. That's not the case for every team, of course, but home field is huge for these guys. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be checked on, and that's going to be inside. And he went. So 2-2. Of course, the Brewers have a winning away record, so that will help. 44-36. So yeah, not many teams do have a winning record, but on the road. But it is definitely a thing. You definitely want home field. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Chopper Morhone makes a nice effort. There's 1 and 2. It grounded out pretty much right to the second baseman who was on the bag. A double play. Brewers just can't seem to catch a break. That'll bring up Jackson Chorio's batting .269, OPS of .766, 20 homers, 77 RBIs. Raul needed Yelich get a hit. Did not happen there. Go Padres, originally from Oceanside, California. Lives in Hawaii. Okay, there we go. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Well, hello there in Hawaii. Well, it's good for the Padres. They have okay pitching because Petco is where good hitters go to die. Tony Gwynn is lucky he played in Mission Valley. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is low, and it's 1-1. One and 1 count to Jackson Chorio's 0 for 2. Had a sacrifice bunt earlier in this one. As Morhone will set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and once again, that's going foul. 1 and 2 count to Chorio. Go Padres, go Mariners. A.K. Willie. Appreciate you for stopping on in. You know, I had one of the OG subscribers. His name was Luis Marquez, and yeah, he's a Padres and Mariners fan. I don't know if that's a thing. Padres fans or Mariners fans pull for the Padres, but yeah, I haven't seen him in forever, but yeah, hopefully he's okay. But yeah, no, he liked both those teams as well. Mound visit, by the way, so that's why I'm yapping. Also in Hawaii, well, hello there as well. How's it going? It's got some Hawaiians here, or people that live in Hawaii. Whatever you want to call yourself. One and 2 counts. Morhone sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So Chorio keeps the inning alive with his first hit, I believe, of the series. That'll bring up Bryce Terang, who's batting .286, OPS of .789, 18 homers, 77 RBIs, 2 for 3 in today's ball game. Ichiro and yeah, Ken Griffey was awesome. That totally makes sense. I didn't realize home and away. Yeah, they are very drastic. What do you think about the AL East and Central? Think the Blue Jays? I don't know. That's a tough one, Jake. I have no idea. Again, Terang at the plate, lefty on lefty. Morhone sets and fires. That is in there for a called strike. Throw to second. He is safe. So Chorio gets a stolen base. He's in scoring position. Let me look. Blue Jays 5-5. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Part of me thinks the Tigers are going to go ahead and still win it. I know they're trending in a horrible direction. That's opposite, obviously, with the Guardians/Indians, but I don't know. What the heck just happened? Why in the world did that happen? All right, well, we're just going to go ahead and keep that here. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there. And it's strike 2. I just realized you can't see what I'm seeing. Okay, let me just exit that out. Let's go back over here. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. My computer was not cooperating, so I apologize for that. 0-2 count. Morhone sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 1-2. I have no idea what Makaha is. Not familiar with that. 1-2 count. Timmy pulling for a home run. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. That's going to drop for a base hit. And Chorio is going to score as the throw is not in time. Oh, and the Brewers have taken the lead. Reclaimed it, in fact, here in the top of the 7th. Oh, man. Terang, his third hit of the day, and it was a big one. The Brewers have reclaimed it here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn, batting .258, OPS of 726, 14 homers, 64 RBIs. He's 1 for 3 with the walk, or no, pardon me, with an RBI, not a walk. It's the game in Pittsburgh. It's in Cincy, which it might be raining there as well. And honestly, I hope it's kind of delayed a little bit, not forever, because I won't be able to get to the beginning of it. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill is under it, though, and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Brewers have taken the lead thanks to Bryce Turang. I'd already forgot. I thought it was Frelick for a second. That was not the case. Turang driving in Chourio. It's 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. SMH, let's go. A lot of let's goes and woos and uh-ohs and SMHs and darn it's. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. It's a growing channel, so go ahead and hop on the train right now. It's free of charge. It's free of charge. You don't have to pay a dime to subscribe. And, of course, to leave a like, it is free to do so. It definitely helps out small channels like mine. But, again, we're growing. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs. Now we're over 1,000. That was just done on Saturday. But, yeah, like I said, we're growing. So definitely subscribe and join this growing channel. Lots of potential here. I hope it reaches that potential. Of course, that's up to me. But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. Just get through the batting order here. This guy. Oh, man. Yeah, what a game. It hasn't really had much action, but, the Brewers have been just threatening and threatening and threatening. They haven't really been able to do much, but I'm glad we're seeing some scoring here because, like I said earlier, I like scoring. I like high scores when it comes to baseball. Football, 13-9. I like 13-9 games, depending on how it was played, obviously. I like good defense. If it's just bad offense, then it's like, okay, well, we can turn that off. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Do you think more Padres or Brewers? Brewers fans. They definitely, by a long shot. I can tell you why. Come on, Brewers, get some runs going. Yeah, no, Raul, they need to get it going. Let's look at my... So when it comes to baseball, Brewers, my number 1 game. Mets, Cubs, that was last night. That was pretty crazy. But Brewers, look at the Brewers. Brewers again. Cubs, Pirates, Brewers, Pirates, Brewers, Brewers, Brewers. Padres, honestly, you guys, obviously I'm very thankful for who's here today, but at least in the beginning part of the season, for Padres and Dodgers fans, what they would seemingly do is they would click on the video, see it's not the game or something, or not like me, and then they click off. That's going to be in there for a called strike. They wouldn't stay. So I'm very actually pleased with this, with the performances this series. Because, yeah, no, it's definitely a change of pace from Padres games in the past. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in the dirt. And he did not go 1-1 count. But, yeah, no, the Brewers fans. So you guys, the Brewers fan. I'm telling you, I do appreciate the Brewers fans. Been very kind to the channel. 1-1 count. Do have a new pitcher, by the way. I'll get to him in a second as... Here's the 1-1. Bogarts hits this, and that's going foul. Again, Xander Bogaerts at the plate. He's 0 for 2, batting .259 OPS, 709, 10 homers, and 49 RBIs. Pitcher for the Brewers is Nick Mears. Mears with a 5-3 record, 3.62 ERA, whip of a .95. 1-2 count. Mears delivers. That is inside, and it's 2-2. I'm in San Diego right now in school. Let's go Padres. All right, Parker. Well, hey, focus on the school. But hey, I appreciate that you trust me to call this one for you. 2-2 count. Mears delivers. Grounder to third. Durbin has it. Throws to first. Not in time. That was going to be a tough play. Bogart's able to run it out. That's an infield single. That'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn, who's 1 for 2 on the day. It's batting .277, OPS of .797, 17 homers and 62 RBIs. Can the Padres make a comeback? Oh, yeah, for sure. Ryan Hurd batting? Yeah, he is right now. Let me go with, well, we'll just say Glick, even though it's probably not what you're trying to say. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to second. Oh, it gets through for a base hit. Bogaerts will stay at second. So runners on first and second with nobody out. And scheduled to be up is Bryce Johnson. He's batting .347, OPS of .826, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 in this one. Mears will set. Looks back at Bogaerts. Kicks and deals. Showing bunt. It is down. Durbin has it. Throws to first. Barely gets him almost off the bag, but he was able to keep his foot on it. So Johnson does his job, and he moves the runners up. Runners on second and third with just 1 out. Mears going to have a little chat with the catcher. Jake Cronenworth is scheduled to be up. Making sure there's no pinch hitting here. Yeah. Spending .246, OPS of .747, 11 homers, 56 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 in this one. A lot of Padres fans here. A lot of Brewers fans as well. Again, folks, appreciate you guys hanging out today. Let me call this game for you. It's a good one. It's definitely one that has a lot of implications. Again, the Padres still alive for the NL West. The Padres still with a great chance, of course, to get the 4 seed in case they're not able to win the NL West. So, and of course, the Brewers' magic number is 2 for the number 1 seed in the NL. And it looks like Cronenworth is going to be intentionally walked. So bases are loaded now. And this is going to bring up Freddie Fermin. And he's 0 for 2 on the day. So this is going to be interesting here. Batting .258, OPS of .651, 5 homers, 26 RBIs. Again, bases are loaded with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. This game's getting a little good here, so I might get a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. My energy does rise when the game gets more exciting. I got to keep the energy high, but it's kind of hard sometimes. Picture Johnson. Yeah. Oh, appreciate it, Eli. Thank you for the kind words, man. Appreciate it. Here's the 1-0. Grounder, and that's going foul. Again, you're a legend. I appreciate it. Again, if you subscribe to the channel, you're a legend. If you leave a like, you're a legend, kind of. But you should definitely subscribe as well. Subscribers are legends, in my opinion. That's how it goes. Z wants the Brewers. Raul needs a hit. 1-1 count. Mears kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that's going foul, and it's 1-2. A little fun fact here. Freddie Fermin with the bases loaded in his career is batting .318. This season, he's 3 for 6. Mears sets on the 1-2. Kicks and deals. Just outside, and it's 2-2. Doing great. Thank you. You know, Ryan has to give you 2 more points in your fantasy. Ooh. Well, he is on deck as Mears sets. Rocks and fires. Called strike 3 at the knees. He struck him out. Fermin can't believe it. Fermin can't believe it. He is still mad. He is angry. He's still yelling. He's yelling at himself. He's yelling at the umpire. He's still talking to himself. Now he's turning to look again. Oh, Fermin is not happy. That one did catch the zone, by the way. It wasn't a bad call by any means. Now here comes the manager, Schilt. And he's upset. He's chatting. I don't think anyone was tossed. If someone was, I didn't hear it. No one said anything. There was no motion. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. This was pretty crazy. Bases loaded now. You should have covered you. Looks like it was in the strike zone. Yeah, no. Fermin was just upset. Maybe it's because, again, we had some problems with Cease earlier. And maybe he was just like, hey, that was a ball earlier. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. And it's 1-0. This is Luis Arraez. It's 1 for 2 with a walk. It's batting .289, OPS of .714, 8 homers, 61 RBIs. In his career, he's batting .302 at the bases loaded. This season, batting .154. 1-0 count. Mears delivers, taking all the way. That is in there, and it's 1-1. Got to swing. Yeah, no, you got to protect. Too close stake. Exactly. Exactly. That's why problems with O'Neal Cruz. He will just not protect. 1-1 count. Mears kicks and deals. That is way outside, and it's 2-1. Z, that's a great point. We'll go ahead and end the poll after this inning, and we'll start a new one. 2-1 count. I am curious. 2-1 count. Mears kicks and deals. Grounder, and that's going foul, and it's 2-2. 95 on the fastball. Come on, Arraez. Contact master. He does. Arraez just hits. That's all he does. Literally. There might not be much else. But, hey, he, he's still solid, though. 2-2 count. Mears sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. That one was way out of the zone. But, again, just trying to stay alive. Though that one, I don't know if that was... we can try to show you real quick. And that way upstairs at his shoulder. 2-2 count to Luis Arraez. Bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Mears will come to a set. Rocks and fires. Arraez hits this to right. Frelick, though, calling it off. No, Churio calls it off, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Brutal. We head to the top of the 8th. The Brewers lead 2-1 over the Padres. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. But go ahead and end the poll here. You guys have the Brewers winning. But I do like the idea. I'd like to see who in the world is here. So hold on one second. Folks, again, if you like what you see, or maybe hear, because you probably don't like what you see, but if you like what you hear, definitely leave a like. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. I know my mic is terrible. That's why I hold it. But, yeah, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. But I'm curious. It feels like... All right, got a poll up. Just, if you guys want to, that's fine. You don't have to vote, but hey, you can vote. It's not going to offend me if you don't. Yep, Trey Raider loves it. Fly ball was needed last bat. Yeah, that is true, Steve. Delay, how's it going? I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there, I guess, Just, I apologize. I might get some Pirates fans and Reds fans here. Yeah, again, this game is going a little bit longer than I expected, and that's okay. Just means I'll be a little bit late to the Pirates-Reds game. But again, feel free to let me know who you're pulling for in the comment section down below. Brewers kind of taking the lead. Like I thought again, Brewers fans. I mean, Brewers fans have subscribed to this channel. Brewers fans are always here, and I really do appreciate them. Padres fans, again, it's nice getting to know you guys. But, in the past when I've done Padres games, it just seemed like I'd get the views, but never the hours watched. So, again, it was Padres fans just clicking, and then they'd leave. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, again, that was, I don't know. hopefully, again, I can keep you guys around a little bit more. As here's the pitch showing bunt. He misses, and that's a called strike. Go ahead and do that. Again, this is Frelick. He's 1 for 3, batting .292, OPS of 766, 12 homers, 63 RBIs. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be away, and it's 1-1. You're going for the fathers. Appreciate you, Alan. Yeah, I remember. I think it was yesterday. I think I saw you, Alan, or maybe it was the day prior. I'm not too sure. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to center. Merrill is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin, who's 0 for 3 on the day. It's batting .260, OPS of 729, 11 homers, 53 RBIs. It's all good, RC, man. Hey, you can always listen or watch it on a. You can always do it on a. You can always listen on repeat, or just after the thing. Hart kicks and deals, grounder to third. Machado bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first for out number 2. No bobble, or there was a bobble, but there was no problem there. So very quickly, 2 outs. That'll bring up Rhys Hoskins, batting .236, OPS of 750, 12 homers, 43 RBIs. Padres still got it. You guys think the Padres can win? I mean, it's doable. But again, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. It could go either way still. Again, it's only a 1-run game. Still have 6 outs to do something. Again, there's 2 outs with nobody on here in the top of the 8th. As Hart will set. Kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 1-0 to Rhys Hoskins. Again, he's pinch hitting, I believe, for Bowers, if I recall. Yeah, Bowers. Hart will set. Rocks and fires. That is in there, and it's 1-1. Got money on the Brewers, want them to win. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I should have put sports better as one of the things as well. Like, hey, I'm sports betting. Fair enough. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. One and 2 count to Rhys Hoskins. 2 outs, nobody on. Hart rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right. And that is caught by Johnson for out number 3. Very quickly, the Brewers go down, so the Padres will be right back at it here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 is your score. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do, folks. Do you do football? Yes, Ulrich, I do. I love football. Football is my number 1. That's my number 1, love when it comes to sports. Like, I love football. But I started this channel not too long ago, so yeah, baseball's been mostly what I've been doing. But of course, again, I do it on Saturdays, Sundays. I'll actually be covering the Thursday night game as well. Tomorrow night. So yeah, no, I definitely do football and college football. But college football, if you give me recommendations, I will not actually cover it. I feel like a jerk saying that, but I have my own strategy for that. Again, if you've searched up college football on Saturdays, you probably know why I will not be taking any of your recommendations, because you guys can just watch the game for free on one of those illegal streams. So I'm not going to cover those games. I have to cover games that are I have to be very careful. It's been hit and miss, but I've had a lot of hits recently, so I think I'll just keep the momentum going when it comes to that. But again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Based on the poll, you got 13 Brewers and 9. Oh, okay. If we don't score this guy. But again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. And again, feel free to chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible. We've talked about Kent to Kelvy in the past. I just can't remember woodworking. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Watch me tomorrow. I appreciate you, man. This is it for... Oh, no, I mean, again, you still got the bottom of the ninth. But this is like a good part of the lineup for the Padres. So, yeah, I see what you're saying. But again, baseball, you never know. You never know. A lot of Let's Go Padres in the chat. It's actually by the same person. What in the world? Let's go Fathers. Let's go. Okay, all right. We got the gist there. Okay, all right. Let's put you in a timeout here. We got it, buddy. Thank you. You can support, but you don't need to spam it all the time. All right, here's the pitch. Machado swings and a miss. I said that wrong again. 0-1 count. Machado's 0 for 3, and he has 3 strikeouts. He's batting .273, OPS of .789, 26 homers and 93 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. That one was way out of the zone. Yeah, I know. I can read comments. Try to read as many as I can. 0-2 count. Koenig delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Manny Machado with 4 strikeouts today. Oh, a day to forget for Machado. What in the world? It didn't matter who was pitching. He was swinging at everything and missing. That'll bring up Jackson Merrill. He's batting .265, OPS of .776, 16 homers, 63 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and popped up. Shallow left. Chourio is there and will make the catch for out number 2. That is just who I clicked on. Very quickly, 2 away for the Padres. That'll bring up Gavin Sheets. Go Fathers. It's batting .253, OPS of .754, 19 homers, 70 RBIs. It's 0 for 2 with the walk. Golden sombrero. Yeah, no, it was rough. He had a bad day today. Koenig delivers. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. That was a very nice pitch. Oh, my gosh. I don't have TV, so I'm here in the game. Yeah, that's why I do it. That's why I do it, Ulrich. 0-1 count. Koenig kicks and deals. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. 97 on the sinker. This is why I do it, because, hey, yeah, people need to listen to a game. I got you covered. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. What are the odds that one of them bats again? Right now, I mean, if Sheets doesn't get on, I would say very low. More like Mammy. Here's the 1-2. That is outside, and it's 2-2. The Pirates game starting in about 2 minutes. We might not miss too much of it. Again, a delayed doubleheader here. I know you guys probably, won't care about the Pirates or Reds, but hey, if you do want to listen to more baseball, I got you covered with that one. Here's the 2-2. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. Delayed doubleheader. Some days they may be able to get 2. Some days they may be able to get 3. Very soon, I'm sure I'll be doing 4 when it comes to Sundays for football. I'll try to get the morning and then the 2 afternoon and then the Sunday night. That'll be happening in the near future. Here's the 2-2. Grounder to first. It's going to toss. Oh, man, almost over the first baseman's head, but what a leap and a grab. Not able, of course, to get the out because he had to step off the bag and everything. But Sheets gets on and keeps the inning alive. That'll bring up Xander Bogaerts, who's 1 for 3 on the day. He's batting .260, OPS of .711, 10 homers, 49 RBIs. Any chance Padres could win? I mean, it's still a chance. I mean, like I said, baseball, you never know what could happen. You really don't. Like any given pitch, you really don't. You have no idea. Never know what could happen. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Thank you for delay as the time, TV, and the voice for it. Yeah, appreciate it. Like I said, I work part-time, so, would definitely love to see this be, I think this would take off. It'd be nice if it took off because then I can do this full time, and that'd be awesome. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Rose saying it's over. Saying it's trash. Oh, man, Padres fans not having a good time right now. Koenig will set on the 1-1. Looks over at first. Kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 2-1. Care about the Pirates? It's the Pirates that don't. Yep, exactly, Denny. 100%. 100%. I feel you. I'm there. 2-1. As Koenig will set. Rocks and fires. That is low, and it's 3-1. You're a Brewers fan and got 100 on them. Okay, I got you. Yeah, again, I know there's a lot of sports bettors and all that stuff. 3-1 counts. Xander Bogaerts, runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. As Koenig will set. Looks over, kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Bogaerts heading down to first, but that one was well over the plate. Well over the plate. Despite Bogaerts being up, we have a Luis Arias stat. That's pretty interesting. Apparently, Luis Arias is 0 for 1 versus Koenig, but it's kind of a useless stat right now. Here's the 3-2. Grounder to third. Durbin throws to first. Gets him by a step. This happened last inning. Or, pardon me, 2 innings ago. Bogaerts was able to run it out. Not this time. We head to the top of the 9th. The Brewers leading 2-1 over the Padres. Or as some would say, the Fathers. The Fathers. Got the Pirates at under everywhere except full game. I got to get back to work soon. I was leaving. Okay, appreciate you, Steve. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, you're a legend. I appreciate you. Eli believes. Roll has Paul with 8+. Ooh, I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Yeah, 400 on the Brewers. Oh, my goodness. Try not to cash out. Yeah, that's tough. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you've seen me multiple times this series and have yet to subscribe, well, I don't know what to say. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I guess, you just hate me, I guess. I don't know. But, again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If you haven't done so already, again, I do football. I do baseball. And that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. Again, a little bit of college basketball, but that is much, much later down the road. But, yeah, I mean, even if you're a sports bettor, again, plenty of sports bettors have subscribed to the channel. So, again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, I could be calling a game you need. Even if you have the channel, let's just say, again, you have to go to work that day. If you're covering, if you have to cover a shift, you can't, watch the game, or, the wife, girlfriend's like, yeah, no, you're going to fold that laundry. You're going to wash those dishes. You're going to sweep the floor. I can't sweep the floor for you guys. I can't fold your laundry, but I can cover the game while you listen, and I keep you up to date with what's happening. So definitely like and subscribe. Your thoughts on the Chargers being 3-0? Luis, they look good. They look really good. You should be really happy for the Chargers. They look very good. I've actually covered 2 of their games. They didn't look all that great against the Broncos, and they still won. So, again, that's the sign of a good team. When you don't play a good game and you still win, I mean, that's usually a sign that, hey, they might be a legit team this year. So, again, good stuff for the Chargers. I've always been kind of like that team that everyone picks, but they always choke. But I think they might do something. That's in there for a called strike. Again, this is Joey Ortiz batting .232, OPS of .598, 7 homers, and 45 RBIs. Estrada is on for the Padres as he kicks and deals. That is in there, and it's 0-2. I doubt they just don't have good taste. Yeah, I guess so. She's going to sweep the floor. Oh, she's going to sweep it. Okay, here's the 0-2. That's going to be yanked to third. Machado throws to first. Good stuff by Machado. Didn't have a good day at the plate, but that was a nice play there by Machado. That'll bring up Danny Jansen. He's batting .206, OPS of .686, 12 homers, and 33 RBIs. Matthew getting all the risks here. Everyone's telling him, hey, do it or don't do it. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, and it's 1-0. 1-0 count to Danny Jansen, who's 1 for 2 with a walk in this one. Estrada sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul, and it's 1-1. 1-1 count to Danny Jansen. He's done a good job today behind the plate. Threw out a runner as well. As Estrada sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be outside, but it's called a strike, and it's 1-2. 1-2 count to Danny Jansen. Yelich is on deck. Estrada sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up, and that's foul. Jansen just staying alive. Again, folks, not saying you have to, but again, I will be covering another game after this. I'll be doing my Pirates and the Reds. That one has just started. So I'll just be, give me like a few minutes after the game, and then I'll be sure to go live there. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be in the dirt. The ball gets away, but no one's on to take advantage. 2-2 count. As Estrada will set. Rocks and fires. That is way outside, and it's 3-2. Again, Yelich is on deck. It's 1 for 4 today. He's had a good year this year. Very good. 3-2. Estrada will set. And delivers. That's going to be hit to left. If it's fair, it's gone. It is fair. It is gone. Danny Jansen with his 13th home run of the season. Oh my goodness, that was on top of that building in the left. Jeez, he crushed it. Just to the left of the foul line. And it's 3-1 Brewers. Oh my goodness. That'll bring up Christian Yelich. It's batting .266, OPS of .802, 29 homers and 102 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Oh, jeez. Now the script is starting. Now you need a cash. Oh, my gosh. You guys are something else. 0-1 count. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going foul. Again, if you're just tuning in, Danny Jansen with a solo shot to extend the lead 3-1, and that might as well be like 10-0 because this game, again, low scoring. It's been a pitcher's duel. 0-2 count. Estrada rocks and fires. That is upstairs, and it's 1-2. One and two count to Christian Yelich. Again, he's 1 for 4 on the day. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That is in the dirt. The ball gets away again. For me, he's not a bad catcher. To be honest, again, just a lot of pitches in the dirt, like breaking balls and everything. Just it's been a rough day. He's had to work a lot. He also did throw out a runner as well. 2-2 count. Estrada sets and fires. Yelich hits this to left. And Sheets will make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Jackson Chourio. Chorio's batting .271, OPS of 768, 20 homers, 77 RBIs. Estrada sets, rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Chorio 1 for 3 today with the sacrifice bunt. Cashed out for $800. That's not too bad. Pretty good. 0-1 count. Estrada sets, rocks and fires. That is outside, and it's 1-1. Again, 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 9th. Jansen, though, with the solo shot to extend the lead 3-1. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside, but it's called a strike. Chorio shaking his head. Is better, Bonds or Cal Riley? Oh, definitely Bonds. Definitely Bonds. Shouldn't have cashed out. I mean, you know, he's just taking the safe route. I mean, yeah, the Padres, I don't know. I mean, again, you never know. I mean, you really don't. I mean, there's just so many. I've covered so much baseball this year. I've seen so many things happen in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit to right. And that is going foul. Definitely would be something if the Padres came back and won, for sure. Count is 1-2, as Estrada likes taking his time, and that's definitely something he's doing. You don't have any faith? Yeah, I never bet. I mean, well, I don't bet in general, but here's the 1-2. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. But if I did, I wouldn't bet on the Pirates. I would never trust the Pirates any game at all. No matter who's pitching, no matter what's happening. One and 2 counts. Estrada sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Not a fan of sports betting? Yeah, I totally understand. I get it. Oh, John's demoralized. Oh, no. 1 and 2 counts. Estrada delivers. That is outside, and it's 2-2. This at bat has lasted forever, folks. I kid you not. 2-2 to Chorio. This inning has lasted forever. Jeez, Estrada sets, rocks, and fires. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Chorio just fighting. Two and 2 count. Estrada kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up. Is it going to go foul? Looks like it might stay in play as Arias makes the catch for out number 3. Geez, that one just took forever. All right, we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Brewers, again, extending their lead thanks to Danny Jansen. It's 3-1, Brewers over the Padres. Folks, again, possibly for one final time, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs. Now we're over 1,000. Just crossed it this Saturday. So, again, definitely subscribe if you're a baseball fan or a football fan. I mean, this is a sports channel. So, definitely subscribe if you're a sports fan. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. There are games happening, so I can actually go ahead and shout out the scoreboard sponsor. Again, thank you very much for everyone for tuning in, just giving me a chance to call this game for you. But a special thank you to the members and the donors, and, of course, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez for being the scoreboard sponsors. Again, thank you very much, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez. All right, so, yeah, scores happening across Major League. Well, not really that much, but the Nationals did defeat the Braves earlier 4-3. Currently happening in the other 3 games. The Pirates and the Reds. Again, I'm covering that one right after this one. 0-0 in the top of the second. The Rays lead 1-0 over the Orioles as they head to the top of the second. And the Marlins and the Phillies tied at 0-0 as they are in the bottom of the first. Again, the Marlins came back and won last night against the Phillies. So definitely something to look out for there. Due up for the Padres will be O'Hearn, Johnson, and Cronenworth. But I imagine, again, they'll probably have some pinch hitters coming up. No idea who's pitching for the Brewers. So I'm not too sure what in the world we're doing here. Would be nice. I mean, Koenig was the last guy. I don't know. Someone's using, yeah, Rojogan. Rojogan, clever. Very clever indeed. You just want us to end already. Take your L. Brewers make your every out. Yeah, no, again, it's gonna be a good one. Again, I couldn't tell you who it looks. Okay, so it's a new pitcher. It's Abner Uribe, and he's been pretty good this year, folks. 3-2 with a 1.72 ERA, WHIP of a 1.06. Again, appreciate you, Ash. Thank you very much. I try. Again, it's a growing channel. Hopefully, we definitely keep climbing. I think again, it's a lot of potential here. I really do appreciate you guys for letting me call this game for you. All right, stepping up is Ryan O'Hearn, who's 2 for 3 on the day, batting .279, OPS of .799, 17 homers, 62 RBIs. Uribe delivers. That is in there for a called strike at the knees. Marlins need to go 6-0. Yeah, they need a lot of. Yeah, Marlins are done. They're not gonna do anything. 0-1 count. Uribe kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. 3 on Brewers, Padres. Yes, indeed. 0-2 count to Ryan O'Hearn. Pasha saying, let's go Tigers. Go Tigers. 0-2. Rocks and fires. O'Hearn pops it up. Shallow right. Frelick is there and will make the catch for a big out number 1. All right, that'll bring up, I believe this is Bryce Johnson, so no pinch hitter. Spending .347, OPS of .826. 1 homer, 8 RBIs. The Brewers can clinch the best record in baseball today with the win and a Phillies loss. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going foul. 0-1 count. Uribe will set. Rocks and fires. That's in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. You know why you're still stressed? The Padres, again, they won in extras on Monday. So you guys haven't beaten them in San Diego. So that's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-2. So I totally get it. The Padres are a very good team as well. Again, I'm very excited for the NL side of the playoffs. A lot of great teams going. I genuinely feel like the winner of the NL will win the World Series. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. The AL has some teams as well, but I don't know if I buy them completely. The Tigers were looking good, Pasha, but obviously they've struggled. 1-2 count. Uribe sets and fires. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Sorry, Doc, I was trying to relay that to JJ's chat. Yeah, I honestly figured, but I was typing here by mistake. Obviously, we want the Padres to win this one. Yeah, no, you guys definitely. The Phillies need the Padres to win. Have a chance at the 1 seed. As Uribe delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Padres are down to their final out. That'll bring up Jake Cronenworth. It's batting .246, OPS of .749, 11 homers, 56 RBIs. You should do next year FIFA World Cup. Ash, I'm already ahead of you, honestly. I've been thinking about it. I think that could definitely propel the channel forward. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball one. Plus, I love the World Cup as well. So, yeah, that's something I plan on. I'm going to try to do. I need to learn how to call a soccer game. I've played soccer. I don't know how I'd call it. 1-0 count. Uribe delivers. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-0. Yep, yeah, the Brewers' magic number is 2. So the Brewers could clinch today if the Brewers, of course, win. Then be down to 1. If the Phillies lose to the Marlins, and it's over. It's already decided. 2-0 count. Uribe rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. GG, see you next time. Delay. Sorry. John has checked out. I appreciate you stopping by, John. You're a legend. Again, thank you for subbing. 2-1. Uribe kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 2-2. Jacob, how's it going? Yes, I'm streaming right after this one. Give me like a 5-minute break, and then I'll finish the Pirates-Reds game. And then that's going to be it for tonight. A delay doubleheader. 2-2 count. Uribe sets, kicks and deals. Chopper, and that's going foul. The Ryder Cup, that's golf, right? I used to watch golf all the time. It's been a while. Ever since Tiger went away, I've kind of like, I don't know. I don't watch it. Here's the 2-2. That is upstairs, and it's 3-2 to Cronenworth. Three and 2 count. Uribe sets and fires. That's going to be popped up, and that is going foul. Again, Cronenworth just staying alive. Brewers fans on their feet. Really, everyone is. Brewers fans clapping. Padres fans kind of silent. Again, Padres fans should be pretty happy. I mean, taking 2 or 3 from the Brewers is pretty good. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Brewers win 3-1. Again, that's win number 96 for them, tying a franchise record. So congratulations to the Brewers, who, again, 1 win away from a franchise record, but 1 win away potentially, if the Phillies do win tonight, which they should, from clinching the number 1 seed. So, yes, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Man on base, yeah, unfortunate. But, yes, I'll be covering another game. Just give me a few minutes. Again, if you guys do your own thing. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday if you got other things going on. I totally get it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys there. If not, that's okay. Again, I'll catch you later. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do. It's a growing channel, so go ahead and subscribe now, because I guarantee you're going to subscribe later. You're going to subscribe later. You may as well do it now. Again, I'll see you guys for the playoffs as, both these teams going. So definitely subscribe. Again, I'll see you guys in a few moments for the Pirates-Reds. You guys have a great one. Again, I'll see you there, Denny. Give me like a few minutes again.